So this is Kate Jennifer recording Margaret at her house on Neville's Close for the Seen But Not Heard project. It's March the 5th. Yeah. Okay. So Margaret, I'm just going to leave that running and it'll pick us up, I think. Margaret, start from the beginning. Where were you born?
Where was I born?
Yeah, tell us something about your early life.
I was born down at Rugby Terrace, 9 Rugby Terrace in Arrow Street on Ezel Road. And I went to West Dock School. It was only at the top of Old Street. And down an alley just before the school, you would never know it was there, was Langham Club. And it always stuck in my mind that I was interested in watching them serve beer, and I thought I'd like to do that. I was only young. I'd gone for my dad to come for his tea, and I saw it. I stood in the doorway, wasn't allowed in, obviously, and it fascinated me. I thought, oh, and then I thought, you'll meet interesting people, and you do. You meet really interesting people. But as a young girl, I'll never forget the ships going down. You know, the trawlers. And the kids at school, we all had to leave early. And all the flowers, you know, in the shops, they all put them in the front of the shops. That always sticks in my mind. Always. I'll never forget it. And fishermen, there was one in every other house down the terrace or the street. The fishermen are the backbone of Ezel Road.
Were your family fishermen?
Yeah, my brother. Yeah, I've got a photo of him up there in frame. He died. He went to sea from being 15, and he died when he was 63 with a brain tumour. Never seen a doctor in all them years. So the saw to him right away. It was awful.
And what about your mum and dad?
My dad was a bobber, a fish bobber that landed the fish. And my mum, well, I always laugh about it, she worked at McConaughey's on Bankside, dressing crabs. So it was the best fed kid, you know. We had crab salad, my dad had an allotment, so we had fresh salad every day. My mum used to do pickled onions, beetroot. I was sick of it. I never eat it now. Never. And my mum, I thought, my dad had the allotment, bramble pies, apple pies. So, but was well fed, and she used to bring the crab home, not crab salad. My dad brought the fish home, fish pasties, fish. I never eat it now. Very rare. But, and my granny was a friend. You know Gilbert Bateson's, the auctioneer? She was friends with her, so they used to give her eggs. We had eggs. Yeah. I was overfed. And my mum used to make out cakes every Monday. Could smell it coming up out terrace.
Cool.
You know, the bread in the pansion on that with the fire going. Beautiful. Go take 40 Mrs. Hewitt over there. Go take 40 your granny. My granny lived just fed him. Half our family lived down Arrow Street. There was my granny and granddad, my aunt and uncle next door to granny, my other aunt across the road, and my mum's brother and sister-in-law at the top of the street. There was loads of us, weren't they? Like the Waltons, wasn't it? But it was nice because as a young lass I used to go to see them all. When I left school I was, oh, today I'll go to Aunt Kate. I know, well, I'll go to Auntie. Like that. And my other nana, she lived North Road, and I thought it was going abroad going there. From Arrow Street. I thought it was miles. And it's when the trains used to run. And they would say, Mum, come and go over the bridge. To go over the bridge and all the steam. I used to love that. it was called that a day out. And then my mum used to pack up, and my dad's allotment was at back, a metal box playing field. And she used to take a blanket, pick the strawberries, take sandwiches, and we'd sit on the field and play cricket and things like that. It was interesting. Yeah, we had a good life. Not like kids are bored now, aren't they? I think it's sad, and as the road's gone, I could cry. All the nice shops, like, there used to be a shop. I laugh every time I think about it. Near Subway Street, I was at Weststock, just past there. Oh, he was a miserable house stuff. And he used to sit with a big ironing stuff. What do you say? Pizza! Oh. And we used to go, you know.
What was he ironing?
Yeah, shut up. And then there was a goodie shop called Kezzy's. The counter was like up all hours. It was worn, where the kids had lent. It was lovely. It was highly polished, but it was worn. He used to bring a penny tray out as big as that table for you to eat, for pick your goodies. And when I got pregnant when I was young. I think I was 17. This is my first husband, he went to sea. And this Kezzy said, if you want a room, you could have rode a motorbike round it, it was that big. I'd have needed 3p to each to go in it. 22 rolls of wallpaper it took. And my granny said, no, I've got you a house down Wasson Street. A little two down. Nice. Nice and cosy, I loved it. I moved my furniture and you thought I was from another planet. Because I had posh furniture. And I had a big silver cross pram for the Bernadette Borough House. Yeah, but there was good people. There was all good people. Proper Ezra Road people. Ezra Road's gone. I mean, look what they've done to the, what is it? Corner of Coleman Street there. What is it? Oh, what's that? Army and Navy stores. That was a listed building. I think it's disgusting. Why are kids normal now? Instead of that graffiti, I hate it. Maybe I don't want somebody to paint flowers on my wall.
So, tell us about your school days and.
Oh, I love school. Yes, I did. I went to Constable's Weststock first, and we went to Weststock School. You could get out that way and go to Weststock Avenue where Rayners is, or you could come out the other way, and it was where I lived on Harris Street. But Weststock was our favourite. My mum used to give me and my brother threepence each, right? And when we left school, it was a crisp factory. And I did a little twist of newspaper, filled it with hot crisps. Beautiful. Loved it. Every day. My mum was saying to me, no good. I know, but when you leave school, you're hungry, aren't you? So, of course, my brother wasn't like me. When he was born, he weighed nearly a stone. He nearly killed me, man, up there. I know 5 pounds what went wrong there. He was real small, and if you give him a dinner on a big plate, he'd say, oh, no, I don't want it, Margaret. Just give me a little bit. And me, I like goodies, and I shouldn't, because I'm a diabetic. I'm working at D Street. There used to be an old man lived opposite, a lovely old man, and I made a bit of a fuss of it. I brought you some at Margaret every week. Oh, I ate quarter of goodies. This week he brought, I never looked, and I should have done. Thought, oh, what's that? I said, sugar diamond all in front of my teeth. I didn't look up. I rang with her, I said, come and get me. Then you could do that. I got in the dentist the next day, and I'm out and put straight back in my mouth. I don't, oh, could he have saved like that, dance?
So, after school, you obviously had your first child.
I worked at my first job. Wait, laugh at it. Mother's fried bread in the office. Hated it, boring. On Cleveland Street in Lancashire. Left there, and I started rosin shoe factory. Hilarious. Loved it. Sewing on a sewing machine. You better get somebody. The needle went right through that hospital to go get that stitched and done. But it was a happy place to work there. We used to sing all day long. My father was German, but what a nice man he was. Caring. And then I left there and I went to Metal Box. And that's when I was having a baby.
What was Metal Box?
Dairy coats. There's one dairy coats and one the other end of it. I loved it there.
And what did you do there?
Flanging. You won't know what that is. My uncle was one of the managers there. It's a tin with no top on and no bottom. You put a bottom on it. You had to stood like that. Press your foot, sealed it. Another one. You never stopped. Never stopped. My favourite day was Friday. We all bought goodies, and by the time you'd finished swapping them, you had a mixed bag of goodies when you had time to eat one. But it was a good place to work. Good money. And then, of course, I had the baby, so but I've worked all over, really. My first husband, he was a roofer. And his mate said, oh, I'll give you a little job, Margaret. I said, where is it? I'll try out, mate. He said, in Esel. Bagging frozen chips. I went, oh. When I went, it was snowing, there was no roof on. I come home, I was like that. I had to learn in the face, so I went, if you think I'm going back there, oh. Yeah. Oh God, I've tried all sorts really when I think about it. I worked at Findus, that was a good job. I worked on the Arenco line. I came from Germany, took it. It was a tiny piece of fish. By the time it finished, it was a small patty. A delicate thing. And they used to open the doors near Wasson Strip for the lorries to come to pull the kids. I was frozen. You had an oilcloth on from here, white wellies. It was immaculate. You had to be dressed immaculate in that wet clothing. And the foreman was called him Bobby Arthur. He was out of Harrow Street. And every week he sent me to the nurse to get my nail varnish on. I did it on purpose because so I had to cross the road, go into Strickland Street to find the nurse, then she would sit gabbing to me. And then I said, my feet are freezing. And this Bridie went, I'll tell you what, Margaret, I'll get you a bucket of red hot water and stand in it. I went, oh, yeah, go on then. With that, these Germans come round. And this Bobby, I don't know what was saying, Bobby said, what the hell are you doing? I said, I'm doing the machine. Where's the bleeding steam coming from? I went, oh, sorry, you have to tell me now. I'm like, that, Jesus Christ, he said. They think the machine's blowing up. Well, they said, you stupid bastard. Oh, you shouldn't say that to me. Go and get me my clean overall now they've gone back. Oh, I got it. And I got a black marker pen, and he didn't know. I put all the SS marks on the back. He went, what's all them laughing? I said, oh, I don't know. He said, it's you. I know it's you, Margaret. I said, and then you could all go for 15 minutes in a nice room to either have a drink or something to eat. And I bought blackcurrant slice from Fletcher's. Have you ever seen them? This kid had a lot of, I just eyed it at him. With that, and it was like a cake fight. Took 10 of us to clean it up. He said, it's you. You stop. So it was a laugh a minute. I loved it. I loved being there. And I just have the music going. Everybody was singing to the song. It was lovely. Good money as well. Real good money. But then I did a stupid thing. I tried to kill myself. Well, I parted from my husband. He'd got the kids. I was in Delapole in the mental hospital. I was in a rare state. Anyway, the big boss himself, he said, you know, my brother shot himself. He said, I can sympathise with you. Take as much time off as you want, and I'm putting you on full pay. And he did. I did. And then I went in again with depression. And this is where I met my husband now. His wife was running for the bus and collapsed and died. And a brain hemorrhage. And the nurses there said, you might get on in here, but when you go out, you might not. And we got married and they all came to our wedding. We had a big wedding, a big white wedding. Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, so that's mainly my life. Being a job I hadn't done. Polishing chess sets. So my hands went navy blue with a dye. What else? Rossins. Mac Fisheries, I worked there. Doing frozen chips and strawberries and peas. We ate more. I don't like strawberries now. We were sitting and eat them and they're thawed out. And the peas, eat them as well. And you used to have to wear clogs because there was water. Times I had slipped. And I was the youngest one there. I was 21 when I was there. I did it for the bairns, you know, to buy them whatever they wanted when they got a bit of age. Mum, can I have a fork? Mum, can I? Of course, you want to give your kids things, don't you? And then one day, they rang me, can you come to school? Graham meant very well, so I said, yeah. One of my kids, he works at crematorium in the office. So I said, oh, well, what about me and Billy? Is it buy one, get one free then? If it... Mother, don't be... Graham's a builder. And Stephen, the eldest one, he's 62. Although he's that age, he plays music the girl off her. They're in like a 60s music. Like Oasis and Blair, not play all that. But they go to, what is it, them, when they're in a big field, them.
Festivals.
Yeah, go there. Lakes out like that. And he said to me, Mother, you'll never be home. What do you mean? Well, what about when, I'll tell you about that. He said, when they said, your mum can come to school, but it's fancy dress day. I fancy telling me that. I got a skirt and I cut it. It's right up my ass. Skates on. And my top right down here. And my hair up there was like ripping. And I bowled into out the house even went. Oh, there's something matter with that. He said, there's something matter with you, man. Teacher thought it was hilarious. As you'll see, when you go through all these, the dressing up what I've done. So he said, don't ever come to school again, Mother. I said, all right. And I had a real big garden. It was right on the corner. And I would say to all the kids, get your tents. And so I'm all in the garden. And I was to be outside when we closed those ironing when it was sunny with the French windows open. All the kids come in my garden. And I was to do a big pan of curry for them all. And a loaf. And he would say, take that in the tent. Kept them happy on the holidays. Yeah. Happy days. But then they grow up and you grow old, don't you? And now it's these now, isn't it? It's them I see too now, the grandkids. I love the Baines. He's real cute, him. Otis. Comical little thing. Never touches a thing. He goes to them bowls on that table. And he points at them. I don't touch it. I'd go mad if he did. I can't stand anything out of place. Yeah. I want, when I lived at Moultrie, I put some new curtains up and he'd closed. I went berserk. Oh, what are you shutting for? Oh, no, never ever do I draw curtains. Never. They're never drawn. But I'm at the end there and nobody can see us, innit? But I like the lights, I like the brightness, I like looking in the garden. So that's how I like it. I'm weird. If, like, I can't explain it. If things aren't right, I can't go to bed. Say that was on I'd have to move it. I'd have to tidy up before I went to bed. Then I'd come down and do it again. Bill goes, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, I maybe shouldn't say this, but I'm saying. My friend went to Hong Kong. I said, oh, yeah. I said, can you get me some pink satin sheets? She said, oh, yeah, I've got some. I said, will you bring me some? Lorraine colour. She said, yeah. I'll show you a photo of her. She was a barmaid. So she said, I brought you some, Margaret. Yeah. Yeah, I went to bed. I never told him. Bill was in the bath. I said, I'm laid there with everything on but my eyelids. And where's he gone? Right, big lump on it. I said, I'm not going to roil a dead. Tell him. That's how did you do it? What, showing up? I said, I am not going with you. It's like that. I couldn't pick him up, never paid himself off. Get him off the bleeding bed, he said. Oh, like that retro phone, you know, they come to put it in and you went, you had that other one, a wrong one. I said, yeah, well, look after things, I clean it and that. He went, I can see that. And he did it. Loads of what I said, I can't be doing without jangling. So he said, I said, can you? He went, no, so he walked like my knockers then, will you? He run up the path. Bill went, what are you saying that for? He'd gone to his car. Leave the workman alone, Mary. I said, I can't help it. The ones come to mend the washer and dishwasher. I sent this young kid, big mistake. And I always wore long skirts and he was knelt down, sat down. And I put my skirt over his head. And I pretended I didn't know he was there. I went to the lad. Have you seen that young lad? He went, oh, he said. Oh, I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise you was there. Yeah, I did. My boss used to say, get in there and then to train the troops, you messing about. Used to be 12 fishermen come in, George and Arthur. And I said, pass us 2 tea towels. They used to come in regular. They didn't come in with me meat pie. They used to get me a meat pie from up road. So I said, oh, they're in Andrews. And John said, what do you want, love? I said, George and Arthur. Oh, no. Do you want them? I said, no, I've come from the maintenance. They never went in again. And I used to say, they come in one day and they'd had a good drink. I took my skirt and my knickers, and anyway I had nice black lace knickers. I bent down and said, is this the bottle you want? He went, this is what he said, friggin' hell, Margaret, something wrong with you. I loved.
So tell us when you started at D Street.
Yeah, that's my personal, that's why I got on with people, because I like to laugh. And
so tell us about D Street. When did you start?
in 1980, the year I got married. I took my wedding cake in there to give everybody some. Yeah. These are all of D Street.
Well, tell us what D Street was. Tell me about
it. It was there was a bar, there was a cocktail bar and concert room upstairs, and I worked in all 3. I was the only full-time barmaid they had kept me. When I first went there, I went as a food waitress. I lost a stone and a half. 3 flights of stairs, they were bringing it down. And on a night, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, they could order chips and peas, chips and curry. Now I've been running all over with it. That's why I think I'm like I am now, with osteoarthritis and what have you. And look at my hands, look. My feet and my legs hurt me. They really swelled. Oh, never mind. Shit happens, doesn't it? I've written down all them years. So yeah, and the boss said, Margaret, I've watched you, he said, done a good job at that food waitress, he said, you get on with everybody, he said, I'm shutting the kitchen. I said, what am I going to do? He said, you're going to work me out the bar. I said, I've never done it. He said, you will do in a minute. And he left me, and it was a Saturday night. And imagine it was full. So I know everybody that came in there. I know the grandkids, I know their children. They used to bring me presents home when they went on holiday, all of them. I still get Christmas cards with £10 notes in. Lovely, isn't it? And I used to make them up because I used to do fancy dress dolls. I always got dressed up at Christmas.
And so what was...
That's New Year's. I'll show you them all in a minute.
What, in D Street, in the different bars, what happened in the different... Like in the room at the top, what...
Did the what?
What happened in the different rooms?
Well, when I first went there, no women was allowed in the bar. Only us serving. That was all right. I had a good laugh with some other lads. I'll just tell you this fisherman coming called Alan Watson said, I'm going to work dinner time, Margaret, tomorrow. I said, oh yeah, I said, good luck, Alan. Coming on the night with an hat on, I said, what's the matter with you? It's boiling out there. Don't effing ask. I said, why? He said, I was pissed up. He said, I've fried a wash leather for bacon, I've burnt my eyelashes off in front of me hair. With that, this bloke coming club, and he went, has anybody seen anybody dancing on, jumping on my car outside? So the serving speed was comical. He said, what is it? He said, a phone. He went, no, I'm a Morris dancer. You know, every day made me laugh. And there was a pub called Shoulder of Mutton. Have you heard of that? And they said, it's Georgie Lamin. That's what they called him. And they said, no, it's in shoulder mutton, it's been bad. Well, honest to God, every day was like that. So really funny. And I remember a little old man coming in. And he said, are you insured, chick? He said, no, it's dead money. And I dead money? Could write a book about them all. Lovely people. Every one of them. I loved every one of them. Every room I worked in, there was always somebody special that I loved.
So the bar was no women?
No, that was for so many years. Then they stopped it, then they could go in.
And then the cocktail bar?
Then the cocktail bar was nice. It was like, you'll see it on the, like, done in like a burnt orange and nice coffee table. And what they did, like, the fish was a big jukebox. All the latest records, they used to change them every month. And then upstairs, they had artists. On Ethel Road, have you seen the spectacle shop? He was the compere. I worked with him for all them years. John the drummer used to do my decorating. He was a decorator during the day and a drummer. They was all in a group, and they used to be the Friday, Saturday, Sunday dinner, Sunday night. The band. Got some good artists, you got some right divvies and all. But had some good songs. One woman come who was singing, no, a fella singing. Said to John, get me some of that Cornwall out the first aid box. I had it hanging out my ears. Come to the bar. I said, don't you like my singing? I went, oh yes, I said, it's I've got an ear infection. And we did, we did a meal for boys. I won't forget it. And I went, I ain't lying, they just come out the carpet. They must have been starving. And this lass had a plate as big as, it was full. So I said to Sean, have you seen her beat waist? What did you call it? I said, beat waist, you greedy cow. Anyhow, this woman comes and said, oh, can you help me? I said, yeah, what do you want in the mood? All the food had been handled. And Sean said, hey, want a sandwich? She said, I don't. I said, how many have been to toilet and how much do you want? No, I don't. So he said, can't get in the toilet. I said, what do you mean, can't get in the toilet? Is it flooded in summer? I don't like to say it. I said, tell me. He said, somebody's in there. Well, that's why you can't. No, yeah. Oh, I said, Sean said, you go. He was having it off. I went, you mucky pair of bleeders. I said, you work on the liquor counter and you on the carpets. I said, I bet your wives don't know and your husbands. You mucky bleeders. I said, I'm telling you now, you got it mopped out and clean. And I used to do weddings and did catering as well. And you could take home, what was it? It was a gatto in a box. I dropped it right outside the club, slid out the box now. Next morning I said, where's Eric? Eric Palmer was the boss. Said, oh, it's hospital, Margaret. I said, what for? He said, somebody dropped some gatto on his slip and broke his ankle. I went, he hadn't. So when he come in, I said, I'll find out who did it, Eric. Cheeky bleeders, I said, whoever it is. He never knew. See, it was a laugh a minute there. Really funny.
And can you tell me about some of the performers that were in the singers? Was there any singers or drag acts? Or?
Where we were situated, the bar was here. Say the bar was here. The artist was right down there. You could hear them, but you couldn't see them. You didn't have time because it was full.
So they were popular.
Everybody who come in, you knew what they was wearing and where they was going to sit, what they was drinking. I could now name every person in that club.
So it was popular.
Oh, very. New Year's Eve, you had little fold up stools, and there was. Do you remember where Fletcher's was on the road? There was queuing from there with flasks of coffee and soup to get in. 3,000 members there. Never got any problem. Never. And I saved somebody's life, you know me. Yeah, I did. Alas, I was working downstairs and I heard the door bang, and I looked on the floor. I said, what's wrong? She said, I've been stabbed. Well, I remember, it wasn't in the club. I said, I remember they said, don't ever pull the knife out. Get a packet of crisps, empty it, put it back and out. And I went in Aldi's in Ethel. This lass said, aren't you D Street Matt Joe was calling me that, D Street Margaret? I went, yeah. She said, you saved my life. Oh, I said, you're grown up now. She said, I'll never forget you. Yeah. And then there was a little old man. He used to bring sandwiches. He said he's going to pack up for a month. Little fat belly. And he was choking. I shot out. And I went, Jesus Christ. I said, I need a nurse's uniform. I don't know about making me out of the bath. But he was choking. But it helped me, didn't it? I got my silver service thing and I got all my medical things. They're upstairs somewhere in a folder. I was that interested. I wanted to do it. I wanted to be able to do silver service. I wanted to be able to help anybody if they was took poorly. Yeah. You get accidents, don't you? Yeah. I put a Scotch kilt on one New Year. And I got the big knives out the kitchen, dancing that, and cut my ass. I fell on it. Sean said, do you want me? I said, no, I don't. I'll manage while I get home. I'll do it for you. I said, no, you won't then. And then I remember I did a party. Well-known family. I won't mention it. It was all right. And I went in the kitchen, all the change was in there, and I covered it over with a tea towel. I'm glad I did. I didn't even know it. I had a little arch roof. Hooked my handbag up, didn't they? So Sean got the police, obviously, come. He was comical, Sean. And I always remember it was a Thursday, and he used to work from morning right while midnight. He used to work downstairs, and I'd be upstairs then for the night time. So he said, what did you have in your handbag, love? So I said, my purse and perfume. And I'm trying to. And he went, anything else you can think of? And I went, I looked at this show and I went, pair of knickers, what? I said, well, I work a full day, so I used to get changed on the night in the train. So he went, it's sure. And I laughed to swear. He said, don't be effing daft. He said, if they'd have been there, they'd have parachuted off the roof, wouldn't? The policeman fell about. I went, right, I'm going now. Piss off, Johnny. I ain't bothered about me bag. And they got it back. It was on the roof. Everything was in it. They must have been disturbed. Yeah. Tell you, the things that have happened to me there. And then I once went dressed up as an old woman. And the boss locked me on the bus. It was a pensioner's due. Can you manage? Oh, yeah, me, all right. There's something wrong with it. But yet he used to say to me, go out with the pensioners, Margaret. Cheer them up and get them all singing and that, yeah.
Why was it important to have good times and a laugh? Why was it important for you and for everybody to have a laugh and good times?
Well, when, like, it was like the Christmas party. So you had them laughing, didn't you, when they're old? They like a laugh, don't they? And there was one old bloke, chef they called him, he was foreign. So was he walking like that? He'd got all the goodies in his socks and his he took them all the Quality Street. I went, you greedy. Hey, had he only ever drank mild or half a like a shandy? When it was free to drink, oh, I'll have a dram. You, I don't believe you, bleeding lad. Honest drunk. Couldn't stand. And one of them, we lost him. Took him to Scarborough. I thought, well, where is he? He was an old retired fisherman. I thought, Judge, you got away, Judge? Don't know. So that Sean said, we'll have to get the buses home, Margaret. We got a taxi back, only in the pub asleep, on the toilets. And he went, where's me rock? Where's me rock, Sean said. I'll shoot that right up your rock. Get on this. See, all that used to make me laugh. I found it hilarious. I like that. It was funny. Happy. We all worked happy. There was this little kid workman called Charlie. He lives over there. Nice kid. He'd do out for the barmaids. And a bloke come in who was a stripper. Oh, I said, I'm staying out here if you come in. So he said, I used to work for him. I said, you did? What did you do? Carry his bag? Yeah, the barmaids was helping. Anyhow, I said, anyway, I ain't bothered, I'm sitting here. I said, if he comes near me. And I wasn't listening, and I thought, and he had cream on it, wafted it all in my face, I said. I'm telling you now, I don't mind that, but it could have been fresh cream, that ends. I've never had that said before. I said, no, well, toddle off then and put your trousers on.
Did you have lots of strippers?
No. It was maybe special nights for women. No. It was I would say more for middle-aged people.
D Street.
Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, yeah. You knew everybody. Everybody knew everybody. You know, you couldn't help them. If somebody coming in and sat in their seat. That's my seat there. I've always sat.
And they were all people from Hessel Road?
Yeah. Well, some come from all over. They had a waitress serving them, you know. They had somebody pulling, Charlie used to pull the pants with a ticket while I served them that walk to the bar. And I could talk to them, you see. The big trays of bowls. It was a well fitted out club that, and them that had it was marvellous. Absolutely marvellous family. Wally Palmer was an old man when I got there. After about 8 years he died. And there was a little fat kid, an understeward called Kevin. Frightened of the dark him. Went to Wally's funeral, and my granny gave me a silver urn thing to put flowers in for the weddings. I said, go get me that silver urn. And I emptied the ashing out the ashtrays. And I went, give me Wally's old trilby. And I put it near the till, and Kevin come on and went, what's that? I said, it's Wally's ash. What? I said, it's Wally's ashes. And he went, there was another. For a week he was walking right up there till I told him now. And it was freezing up the stairs one night, and I went, I said, we're walking out. I was to be like the main one up there. We're all, there you are. Well, get something then. He said, oh, there's a mobile eater in the office. It was our backer mate. They went in there. He got the biggest piece of paper. I think it was a phone that long. And as he lit it, we had metal tray. I threw the metal tray on the floor. His glasses flew up. He was shocked. Little tricks like that.
This is before.
Yeah.
What was it? What did it look like inside D Street? Because it doesn't exist, does it, anymore? What was the wallpaper and the carpets like?
It was what?
What were the wallpapers and the carpets?
Oh, the wallpaper was that Essien, and it was like a burnt orange and stuff like. Every room was nice, especially that lounge. You couldn't go in that lounge if you weren't dressed right.
There was a bounce. There was somebody on the door, or
You had a doorman, always. If you weren't a member, you wouldn't have got in. If you went to that club, now it was there, they would leave you at the door while the steward come and wanted to know what you wanted before you could come in.
And how did you have to dress?
Dress?
Yeah, you said you couldn't go in unless you were dressed a particular way.
To go in that lounge, you had to be dressed nice, yeah.
And what about the bar?
Well, no, fellas come in from work, don't they? But there was nobody a mess, do you know what I mean? There were snooker tables, pool tables, darts, television for boxing and all that. The bar was massive.
And it had wooden floor, or?
It was like a vinyl, a real thick vinyl, spotless, absolutely spotless. They had, I don't know if it's 6 or 7 cleaners. It was immaculate. All that to be spot on. It was nice. Nice environment to work in, nice family to work for. There was caring and kind to everybody. There was lovely people.
And when did you leave? When did you leave?
When did I leave?
Finish, yeah.
Well, Bill got a brain virus, encephalitis. And I come away then, and before that, John said, do you want the franchise of the club? I went, I couldn't leave Bill. It was like it for about 3 years. He still has the caliper on now. It's gone to take the car in, it's gone for a service. But the marvellous people cared about you. If you had a problem, you could tell them. Really nice. Funny as well, Eric was. I went to his funeral last year, and a year before I went to his wife. They've always rung me and asked me to go, or would I like to go? And I went, yeah, of course I will. If I was ever fed up, and I got to where I was calling magic doors, I was a different person. I'd get in and I'd be, oh, are you alright, lad? Yeah, different altogether. And I'd come out happy. Yeah, I loved it. I never ever refused if they said, they had loads of clubs, you know, did you know? Subway Club, Cholmondeley Club, Albert Club, Fountain Club, Cherokee, Andrews, they were all his. They had all them, and I worked in every one. Except Andrews, that's the only one I didn't go in. If there was business, he'd say, would he, and I was off for a day, would he go so and so, so and so? Oh, yeah, alright. And then I was once going on holiday, and the steward rang me up, he said, it's me, Margaret. I said, what? I'm going away, sure. He said, can you get me somebody to work for tomorrow? I said, why can't you? No, you know everybody. I went, yeah, alright. Yeah. I could have lived there, mate. I loved it. I never ever was miserable or fed up. Never. Never ever. I was happy every day there. Good laughs. Worked hard. Sometimes when he did weddings, God. I once did a wedding there, and I rung down and said to John, you better get a come up here. He went, are you busy? I went, just come up. There was about 11 of them. It was a great big buffet, like, it was half the size of that, the sandwiches. I went, you might as well have had it in Rosamond Street Post. Telephone box. There was farmers. I went, They drank a crate of British orange, that was it. I went, do you know? I said, I've got to clean up after them lot now, I said. And there was dotted up. Then you could smoke. So I had all that to clean the ashtrays. Went, boring, I don't want. You know what I like doing best? The funerals. You know why? Because after a bit, they was relieved it was over, and they'd start drinking, and they'd want the music on, and they'd be happy. Yeah. Not everybody was miserable. They was happy. So I loved it. No matter what I did there, I liked it. I never ever said I won't do it. Always did it. I was only full-time barmaid there. Because I loved the job, I loved the work.
So what year did you finish?
18. Who was 62 when he got that? Just over 20 years I was there. Yeah. My life, I loved it. And then I pulled it down. What a shame. It was a lovely building. And you know, at Christmas, I don't know where they're going from. Warehouse, I think. The trimmings was outstanding. It was beautiful. Beautiful. It was never, ever, ever empty. Never. And when the ships come in, Jesus Christ. We had one lad in there, the big family of the Welburns, and he liked that song, Achy Breaking Heart, danced on the table, fell off and broke both his legs. He couldn't go to sleep. Oh, I've seen some things there, I have, on it. Some good times. Worth going, do you know what I mean? A well worth, the best job I ever had. And I'm glad I did it. Disappointed, I cried when they pulled it down. Oh, they only had me outside the D Street when I was going to pull it down. Real sad looking. I don't know where the photo was, in Daily Mail. Me pointing at them.
Why did they pull it down?
I don't know, they made flats of it. And it's silly really, because nobody can park down there. So whoever got a flat and had a car, they couldn't go. I don't know. I really don't know.
And where did people that were members, after it closed, where did they go to drink? Or
I don't know. Don't know. Cherokee was still open then, I think. Rainers. There was Andrew's Club, Rainers. I used to call it the Bermuda Triangle. Right now. Eric said, "Are you being busy?" I went, "Oh yeah. We've had the Bermuda Triangle. What you want about?" And I went, "Oh, yeah." But Andrew, he wasn't daft, was he? He had he had that club, D Street. Subway Club was on it, small. That was nice, with a little stage and everything. That was nice. Chomley Club was nice as well. That one real big. And I went at the one in Almaby. Can't remember the name of it. It's gone on my head. Got photos of that. They pulled that down and made houses on it. Cherokee, they pulled it down and they built shops on it, haven't they? Oh no. There's nowhere for anybody to go, is there? Like that club, Thursday night, bingo. My husband did the bingo. He did all the Allard and that. Plus he worked for a Swedish firm on dock all day. But at night he'd come there. We was both there all the time. So he always used to say, "Oh, we're glad you want Billa back." Bill to do the bingo, maybe at the bar and sort it out. I got one lass come. I said, oh, it's a new girl, Margaret. Oh, got me training him. I said, oh, you pulled a party for? Well, there was an optic, you know, not. There was only a bit in it. Threw that bit in the sink. I said, what are you doing? I said, you're supposed to put that in the other bottle and put it up. I know that. I said, why did you throw it down the sink then? She said, is the boss in there in the back? I said, yeah. She'd come and go see him. I said, yeah, but knock on the door before you go in. Or he asked him if he'd give her the money to buy an iron to iron a club. And as she walked, I thought, what? She had that much talking and you could see where she'd been. And when the artists come on, she stopped waiting and stood and watched them. Oh, what are you doing? I said,
What were the artists? Do you remember any?
Oh, it's just that many. They come from all over.
Singers?
Elvis impersonator, he was good. They liked him. My lads have played there. God's Medicine, they called them then. Magicians, you got magicians. Comedians. But the lights, the band playing, because there was a dance floor about as big as it, and they all got on. And they all got on dancing, you know, they'd sing songs there like they'll say, what do you want us to sing? And they'd do it. And they'd all get up dancing at the end of the night. It was good, nice atmosphere. Never a problem, ever. Never. No trouble, nobody arguing, nothing.
And was it fishermen from overseas?
No, from home.
From home.
Oh, there was one, he was German, Gerard they called him. They said, Margaret, will you do me a favour? I said, yeah. He said, will you organise a party upstairs for me? And I did. I'd never seen one then. It gave me a £50 note. Oh, what's that? I thought it was foreign money, I'd never seen one. Oh, I said, I don't want. Thank you very much. So what I did, you'll see it on here.
Let's look at these.
I'll have to find it first. I come out in my 19. I had it made. Oh, look at that one. That was New Year.
What are you wearing?
I brought that back from Tunisia. Let me just find that. Oh, that spells port. Oh, do you believe me? I don't know I did, but I did.
Tell us what's in the picture.
Eh?
Say what's in the picture. What are you dressed as?
Wonder Woman. Sean said, it is a bleeding wonder and all. I said, the SS.
And this is in your house?
Eh?
Is the photo taken in the house?
Yeah, before I went to club. Look, these will be out of there.
And how often did you dress up?
New Year's Eve.
Only New Year's Eve?
And Christmas Eve.
Yeah. And what are you wearing in this one?
Indian outfit. I brought the frock from Tunisia.
And who are these people?
That's Joan who worked me in Sophie. I took the pensioners out and I'm dressed as a soldier, look. Joan went as a little old woman and one of the bar lads just come as that. And a kid lent me a rifle and I'm marching with it. A bandit, it shot all in the ceiling in the pub. I couldn't kill them, couldn't I? Oh, barmaid killed. Oh, I thought, Jesus Christ. And they said they was cutting the hours. So what I did, I put all that outfit on, I went dressed like that. And he went, go get ready, Margaret, for work. He said, I haven't cut your hours.
And what are you wearing in this? Tell us what's in that photo. What are you wearing?
A tassel frog, big beads, a cigarette with a big holder, my gloves on and a hat. And this, the pram race. The fisherman said, we've got a pram, Margaret, we'll have a little trial run. And I got in it, and they left me on it, the road, all the traffic was pipping, and he, bless him, that's my daft cosy what I'll take on holiday. He went to doctors, he said he wasn't well, and the doctor told him to go, and he jumped off the bridge and killed himself. Really upset me, that. Oh, look at that. I couldn't get that out of my hair.
You're dressed as like a red...
Yeah, I made a lot of it, I know.
A red Christmas tree fairy?
Yeah.
Is it the fairy?
Yeah.
And this one, you're dressed as a little...
Picky Park, the pram race.
Yeah, for the...
West Park.
But as a baby, you're dressed as a baby.
With a dummy in. My brother walked in from scene, he went, oh, I'm off. He said, she's not right in the head. I went, oh, that's in the house before I went. Look at the little old man. I sit on the neck. I know. He died. Not even see. Not far off there. I think it was 3 days. With the shock of my knockers in.
Died happy. Died happy.
Yeah. That was the smell on his face. That was a French night, and I made a lot. Oh. Hey, that was Medley Street Bath. Took a photo of it when I was
amazing.
pulling it down. There's some of the fishermen's wives.
So after they let women come in, what the wives?
That was in the cocktail bar.
Oh, okay.
The fishermen always went because of the music. You say
in the cocktail bar was the music.
Yeah. This was in the cocktail bar. He was a fisherman. Oh, you won't believe what I did. Oh, down here. Oh, yeah. Eric said, oh, I'm taking a trip up. We're going to a farm. A lot.
What are you dressed?
I come on with a dozen eggs.
What are you dressed as?
Chicken. And my friend's the farm with the lead look on with the chicken. I was on the phone in the back kitchen and reading this brought went by anyway. I thought a chicken on the phone.
Did you make all these costumes? Did you make the costumes?
Some of them. This one I look. I look like making Chubby Brown, look. It was for E Day. I rolled in the garden. No, mud. Go on, mud, bro, me thing. I borrowed that off a kid who was in the army. Tin of corned beef tagged to my bum, look. And I had a sword or something, or a gun. I don't know. I did stupid things.
Is this here?
That is before I changed it. That's the cos I had made, I love it. I said to this bloke when I went abroad, I knew he was listening, I said, Bill, I'm going to put my cosy on and I'm going to go on that trampoline and do 3 double somersaults on it. And he went to us like, oh, I'm going to watch her. I didn't know it was electric. It set off and I peed myself with shock nearly.
Why do you love dressing up?
I don't know. I found it funny. That was Chomley Club. That was Rita who had Chomley Club. This is when I let my hair grow, look.
Is Santa Claus there?
Santa
Claus?
Yeah. I got a load of goodies and did the pensioners on. There's the eggs in the basket, look. Before I went then. No, look look at me. Don't know I dare, but I dare. We did all the clubs pushed a piano. I couldn't walk for 3 days. I got that costume. There's my friend Lorraine, who was with me. She went as a schoolgirl.
And when was this in the summer or?
And you what?
When did you do this, in the summer?
Yeah, it went all over pushing it and collected. Oh dear. What I do, put rubber gloves on my feet and get my duck out. A little rubber duck. That's Twaddles, he's gay.
Tell us about Twaddles.
Amazing. I don't know what happened, but I lifted my foot up near the bar and he went. No, he lifted his leg on the bar. He went, you lads couldn't afford me, you bastards. Like that. I loved it. So I put my leg up and this Randy went, effing hell, Margaret, that can eat 3 weeks too big. So I said, you're slobbering, bleed.
Did Twaddles come in often?
Yeah, he was coming to see me.
And perform? Did he perform?
No, only to other people, yeah.
And what?
He used to come in club with his knitting. So what you making him went to jump. He knows if it was no, it's all about.
Were there other drag people or other gay people with him?
No.
Just him?
No, just him.
Why did he come into the club? For you? To see
He did, yeah.
For the laugh?
Oh, yeah. Look at all my bangles. That's how many I used to wear. My dad was a jeweller one night, well, he did watches. I've only got these. I sold them. I got 6,000 for them. Yeah, everybody knew me with the Margaret with the bangles.
And where did the bangles come from? Presents?
My dad worked at David Anthony's, the jewellers, on his road. My dad was a watchmender.
But he didn't start as a watchmender.
My dad?
Yeah. What did he do first when you were a kid?
It was a bobber when I was a kid.
That's going to say on the docks, and then he went.
His friend had the shop and he used to do the watches. So I got good discount. Yeah. I remember an artist shouting at it. He said, I see Mrs. T behind the bar, and I went, Sovereign person. Oh, where you get all them from then? What did he say? Do you ever take them off? I went, no. I get bathing and sleep in them, and I have sex in them. Is that all right for you? I said, when I have sex, they rattle. I never asked no more.
Have you always been funny?
Yeah.
As a kid, were you funny?
Yeah. I used to get dressed up, mop my dad. This is a friend of mine, Harry Limber. He was a fisherman. Saloon girl.
Did it bother you that it was because these are sexy outfits?
Did I?
They're sexy outfits.
Yeah.
Did you did it for yourself, but also you knew it was not for the men. You knew the men would enjoy it.
Yeah. I like to. It was Christmas time, look. So every year they expected me to go in a different outfit. They knew how I'd go. I used to draw it and then say, will you get it, I'd get it made, or I'd do it. I mean, look at that frock.
His tattoos are amazing.
He was a builder. Roy Bennett, they called him. Lovely man. That was where they hung the coats near the bar, look. There's me in my kilt and bent down, you could see what I'd had for my breakfast. Here I am as I doing all up. These are on Bill's boat, I'll show them in a minute. There's Lorraine and Joan and Another one of the lasses.
Were you, was your family funny?
Was me family...
Funny?
No, only me. Oh, my brother. He could be.
Where did it come from? Where's the funny come from?
My family?
Yeah.
My granddad's family are French. My name was Margaret Beaumont. Sounds posh, doesn't it?
Look at this.
Like, if they're just customers. If ever there's a party going, you always ask me to go. They know if I've had about 3 drinks, that'll be it. The last time I got drunk and they was going to bring me home in a wheelie bin. The fisherman took me out and left me drapes over that fence. And when I got home, I couldn't find my shoes. They was in the fridge with the lettuce.
And what did people drink?
Drink?
Yeah, what was the drinks you served?
Mild, bitter, lager, Guinness along there. And then you got all your spirits and that.
What was the most popular?
Lager. And mild. No, look at that. Harry, one of the fishermen did that. I know.
So people loved coming in to see you?
Oh, they come and see you. Come and see me all the time.
I think he's got an eyeful.
Pardon?
He's got an eyeful.
Oh, well done. Look, I'm blind and deaf at the same time.
So this is a disco. Was this a disco?
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah. I didn't care what I did. I wasn't bothered. My husband, that. Bill.
This one.
That's on his boat, look. I wasn't fat then.
Always short hair. Short hair.
Yeah.
And there's some more here. What's on these ones?
It wants cutting. What?
Where do you get your hair cut?
Do you know where the bank used to be, corner of Eaton Street?
Yeah.
There, got Golden Goddess.
Oh yeah.
There.
So
I want
when,
them all. There was a going in the competition if Margaret's going in it.
who are these?
Barmaids.
Tell me their names. Joan.
June Dad. I can't remember her name now. And I think that was her mum.
And they were all
Yeah.
barmaids at the club.
She lived down Town Street and she used to make wedding cakes and birthday cakes as well. And she cleaned that club and she worked with me.
Wow. So what was the difference between a pub and a club?
Well, a club you could play bingo, couldn't you? You had artists on. In a pub they don't, do they? These was proper artists on a big stage. In a pub they don't have a stage, do they? Oh, I don't know what... Couldn't get me out the bar properly.
What are you? Tell us what.
Pumpkin. Snowman. Julie they called her. That's Susan and me.
Did you love, but you loved being a barmaid?
Oh yeah. Best days of my life.
So when you start to listen to these stories that you're telling, or you reminisce, what do you think about, what does it make you feel about your life?
It made me happy. I mean, look at him, he's a mate off for chip. He was drunk, he's on the floor there. That's the bar, the cocktail bar. He couldn't get up. Margaret, his nickname was. He come in the club, honest to God, His arms like that in pop. And like props up with like props. Here he went. I have to swear. Get us a fucking part now, Margaret, with a straw. What are you doing? So, I didn't mind him swearing, it didn't bother me. He just pretended it didn't go. And that's his wife. And she's just, there they are, look. She had her leg off. And he, there's down Cavill Place, and he laid face down in the garden. Somebody mistakenly had battered him with a baseball bat and he got a brain thing. And he died not long after. And she died on 19th of December. She had her leg off. Kathy. She used to be a nurse there. Lovely lass. They used to say, Margaret having a party coming. Oh, I don't know. Oh, go on, Margaret. We'll have a laugh if you come. And her son, his mates was coming round. So I called him Bumble. I said, that's how I called him Bumble was. Anyway, she said, it's real shy, Margaret. I said, oh, is he? She said, when he comes in, do something. I went, all right. I got my skirt and I chucked it right up. Pulled the trunk right on me, knocked the tongue right out, and I went, oh, so you're Bumble, he went. And he said to my arm off, I'll get going, I'll come. So he got to go, mate.
I've got some
I'll have to tell you, somewhere taxis used to take me. Hey, what, do you want a coffee?
No, I'm okay.
Do you want a cold drink?
Shall we have a pause?
Oh, what?
I'll just pause it.
Yeah.
So the woman in the photo with the big hair,
Yeah.
where did she work? She was a barmaid as well.
Andrew's Club.
As the
Yeah,
head
she was there
barmaid.
for years. At Andrew's. She's a really nice lady. She was so, if you give her, it was 10 bob then, no. She used to wrap them round the fingers and she could get you change from them. She could serve 5 people at once. She's a brilliant woman. Very nice lady.
But she's also dressed up in the photo. Like dressing up.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah. But her hair, explain her hair.
It was pieces, a lot of it. Mm. Yeah.
And always like this, like a giant
She must have
beaver.
slept with her head on the landing because it never moved. She used to scratch her head with a knitting needle. Well, you got the knitting hair casting hand on doing me. Kate Patmore, she lived where I lived, down Arrow Street.
This one.
And I don't know her.
Barmaid.
Little Patmore, that. Not Kate. Kate was her sister. Lovely woman. No,
Don't know.
no.
I think this is Nancy.
Pardon?
Nancy. She used to work at Rayner's.
I never went in Raiders, you know. My brother did. I never.
Why?
I don't know. I found it. I don't know that. I found it big and loud, and you got some rough ones in there, I think. So where I worked. Yeah. And I never went in much.
Yeah. So, yeah, thinking about
Come in there, I'll do you a coffee.
yeah, all right.
Oh. I've got. Oh, hang on, did I? I've got hundreds of photos, you know. I should have got them all out for you.
Next time.
Oh, what's there? Just stay there. Stand there. Look at the stairs.
Wow. It's like Hollywood.
It's nice on a night. You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your house, tell me about the house. Why you like it like this? Why is it important, this decoration?
Wait a minute. My husband bought that and said when I was slimmer, that was me getting ready to go out. Why? Because when I was younger, I used to say to my mum, go on the road shopping, and I'd clean right through the house for coming back. What? Them lights are on. I like it bright. Do you not look? I like a bright light like that. Oh. I'm waiting for the decorator coming to have all this clip done. Do you want some cake?
No, I'm okay. I'll have a biscuit. Shall we have? I'll open one of these.
No, put them back. I'll get some.
Well, because I'm interested also. You know, Hessel Road, women on Hessel Road always wear jewellery. They always wear their hair beautiful, don't they? They a particular.
There's always proud women. Hessel Road women were proud women. All the kids was dressed right as well. Oh, Margaret, as I say, I got rid of the earrings. I had a little telephone, but I had a fish. I don't know about egg chain. I don't like Mrs. I already said I don't like Mrs. T, isn't it? I always wanted more. No. But I like to be different as well.
Give us a smile. Smile. But what is the pride? You know, you said that Hessel Road women were proud women. What were you?
Yeah, because it was proud that their husbands went to see. They like to have their houses nice from coming home. You always knew, here's my husband just coming in, Bill. You always knew when they was coming home because there'd be carpets stuck over the walls and all that drying, and yeah, it was special. I always think, if you're happy-go-lucky and you like a good laugh, you'll get on. I ate more tips than I did wages. Everybody used to buy me a drink. If I drank all what they give me, I won't be able to walk. I've got a cabinet and there ain't a bottle in there that I've got more than a pub. And it was when my brother was like, go get me that picture of Harold Bill, please, from upstairs.
Are you
Don't dash. She's going home at 3. I want, you know, it can be boring that time. I wore this bright yellow Ann Summers outfit. Oh, it was probably satin, don't I? Got me bath going. Like this, Bill. Get some on, you'll get played and you'll moan it. I said, you boring bastard, you can't wear it no more. And then my brother lived here, he was waiting for his flat doing. My granny was here, she was waiting for her bungalow being done. There was his son, Martha, I said, it was like the Waltons, honest to God. And I went upstairs, you know, getting a shave because I was going to wear a swimming costume. Bleeding real bad, I cut myself. So I come down. Bill went, are you doing the tea? I said, yes, in a minute. Because they was sat there, you see. I go on then, yeah, all right. I go, oh, okay, I was like that. This is how I come in here like, whatever's the matter with you? I said, I'll tell you now what I've done. I said, I've cut myself shaving. What? I said, I don't go to a royal. And that bloke said, what you come with, the slash dash? I said, I don't see it. So Harold, going to see, he said, I've got a bag with a full box of stick papers you can put that. I said, you cheeky guess. Did it, Harold?
What?
When I cut myself shaving that time. You, I was telling her as well about the satin sheets.
Oh,
Where did you go?
on my head.
Yeah.
I never ever will I let satin sheets come in this house again.
What about my all-in-one lovely yellow thing I had? And what did you say?
You get pneumonia. I've got a sense of humour, and she says to me, your sense of humour is sick.
Not like man, I'm just, I don't know.
You've had a good life though, together.
I'm still here, aren't I?
Good
What
marriage.
did you say?
You've had a good marriage together.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What did I say to you when I married you?
You can have whatever you want. And I've never stopped. I want it. Can I have it? And he says, if that's what you want, you can have it. A drawer's full of watches and rings and... Don't you?
You can't take it with you when you go, Mag, so you might as well spend it and enjoy it.
Oh wait, I'll make
But
sure.
well, we know you do.
Don't be silly.
I just don't like you wasting money.
What do I waste it on?
Well, you buy things, forget you've got them, and then when you find
Oh yeah, I
them,
do.
you give them away.
Yeah, I do. Well, I like to help people.
Well,
I feel sorry for them.
so I don't then.
Well, we both help the fisherman's place, don't we?
Yeah.
Do you think that wanting to help people, did that come from your family?
No,
that-
it's just how we are.
Pick Kate's
It's
got.
okay, it's okay.
You think what, Kate?
Well, your
Why are you
family,
pulling it?
you talked about your family being very, you had lots of good things and they'd make things and they'd share things and your granny would bake the bread and pass it out.
My mum baked. Everybody
Yeah.
down the terrace got some, yeah. That's maybe it, yeah. If she made a big stew and there was some, how much did you eat next door? She'd take some for her. Are you aware of Mally?
Wellborn.
Yeah. Well, it was his granny that lived next door to us. I've seen him as the man in his pram. It was twins. Yeah. His dad had hands like shovels. A big man. He was cruel to them kids.
He's the only bloke I know could span, put his hand round a pint glass and his fingers met.
And his wife was so kind, Ada. Lived next door. Now Mrs. Hewitt used to look after me and my brother when my mum and dad went in Langham Club. Or Andrews. She minded us. Yeah. She let us to play jacks with a ball where you pick them up. Yeah. And my granny did swine, in the backyard for fishermen, the nets. And she used to make me plait me a rope. For a swing on the lamp. He'll show you. Ask Jerry to show you Eric Tan. He was a character in. Lived down Altery. He swung me round the lamppost. My legs wrapped round. Get off. He was a funny kid, wasn't he, Bill?
Aye, I've got a lot
good
to
lad.
thank him for, haven't
Yeah.
I? I won't be here if it weren't for him.
Saved his life. Pumped his heart. He had an heart attack. For a change. Something different. Yeah. One of the lads in club, I don't know where that photo is, I'll have to find it. Went in hospital with his back, so I said to his wife, I'll go see him. She goes, why are you out? I said, yeah.
Oh, when he got dressed up as a nurse.
Oh, nurse's uniform, a mask on, and I said to the nurse, can you have a bedpan, please? And I explained what I was doing. She said, yeah. She said, but remember, he's really poorly with his back. I said, yeah, right. And he went, I walked in, I said, there's your bedpans there? And he went, oh no, I don't believe it. I said, can we just check that everything's correct in these covers?
And as I did that, I lifted the sheet up and went click.
Yeah. Let's see if everything's correct there. Are you passing your water? Let's just check. And he went, fuck off, Margaret, I mean it. I framed it, I?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some.
Then I said, oh, that was a shock for him. I said, yeah, nearly died. Well, I had my niece staying here for a while, didn't I? My brother's daughter. He died. She was with her granny and granddad. Their dad. You come here. And we went to get a, what do we call it, Bill?
Trolley.
No, a desk.
Oh yeah, probably.
Computer desk and chair. Only a young lad. Well, I love it when they're young, and there was a bar of chocolate in the back of the car. So I said, thank you very much. I said, I'm really grateful. Can you put it in the back? Oh, he said, do you want it in the back? I said, why do you? Would you? So he said, I went like a beetroot, didn't he? I said, take that chocolate, or do you want to go and park it? It's up to you. Oh, he didn't take the chocolate, he put it and shut the door and went, didn't he? I said, oh, well, that's it.
She embarrasses people like that all the time.
Fellas, I do. Not women. Fellas.
Why men and not women?
I don't know, because, I don't know. Just because I'm cheeky.
But why do you never wind women up?
I don't know, I have done, haven't I?
Well, you have, but you get more of a laugh doing it to fellas.
They get embarrassed, don't they? And I like doing
It's
that.
like when she was at club, when they come home from sea, and the bloke come up, one of the fishermen come home to the bar. He said, "Have you got any ice?" She said, "Do you want it crushing?" She said, "Yeah." He went,
No problem. I drank it. And I had a flip flop on a stick, and I was calling it my knacker tapper. Start, and he I said, "Oh, we've got a young lad, it's his first trip. Get him in the back, Margaret." And this comes up. And I had a first aid box. And said, "Can you come in here? Get your kit off then, what his face." And then I got him and I said, and bend down, he went, "I've only done one trip." He went, the lad was hopeless, Mum. He said, "You wicked bleed." I said, "Yeah, no. But I like to keep them happy, didn't I?"
"Well, part of the job, wasn't it?"
When I'd gone on holiday, I was to get real brown. And the lad said, "Are you knuckles brown, Margaret?" I said, "Yes. And if I took my bra off, they're like bleeding John Wayne saddlebags to that brown." Oh, I wish I'd never asked. I said, "Well then." Harold used to say, "Don't you ever behave, Margaret?" No. When he saw me in that, when I was in the baby, dressed as a baby, on the pram pool, we'll get you a pram, Margaret, silver cross. Yeah. Go in it. I'll just take you on road for a little test there. "Oh yeah, go on then." And they left me.
Left in the middle of Hazel Road. Right in the
People on the
middle.
bus banging on the windows, taxis hooting, cars going by. Whoa! I'm trying to lift my leg up. We'll see what I'd have for my breakfast. I thought, what am I going to do? I was telling her when my handbag was on the roof. When she
Yeah.
and the policeman said, "What was in your bag?" And I went, "Oh, pair of knickers." And Sean went, "Don't be bleeding stupid." And the parachuting off.
Off the rope with him.
Right, I'm going home and I'm coming back tonight. "Oh, shut up, Margaret, it'll be alright." And he lost all the safe keys. Well, it was like Wells Fargo, the safe. If it
One of the
cost
big
a lot of
old-fashioned
money.
ones. But this high it was.
And I went on the dishwasher like that and it rattled. It was the keys, he said. Oh, bleeding hell, he said. I'd tissue bar 10 into a frog. Oh, I said, oh, piss off. Doesn't matter. And I was fisherman queen called Terry Platten. He had glasses on, and I took mine off. And you know the brushes on the glasses, like that. Oh, I trying to, hey, that's all right, isn't it? Will you do mine? I went, yeah, give us them. And he had, oh, glass was out. Hey, put them on, he went, it's what, fucking hell, that's clear, Margaret. Clear as the bell. And it went like that. I had to run to oxygen to get some. That was a laugh that day. Oh.
Good times.
Yeah, yeah. Every day was funny. Wasn't it, Bill?
Yeah.
Comical, weren't they?
This is
Andy Barry.
Kate
Yeah.
Jennifer on March the 21st, recording Margaret Green at her house for the project seen but not heard. Okay, I can just leave that.
The bloke who has the spectacle shop on road, he was the compere. And he's got the spectacle shop just past Fisherman's Place. Is it Steve they call him? He was good. Good compere.
So,
And there was a drummer, John. John used to be my decorator, and he's gone to Spain to live. No, Turkey. Gone to live in Turkey.
who did he drum for? Who was he a drummer for?
How long was he a drummer
No, who? For the bands?
for? Johnny Stutz. It
Dave-
was good, very good. Guitarists, we had a few of them on and off, different ones, over the years. I'm just thinking when my boss said, he paid for it all. We'll take the pensioners out, Margaret. You're in charge of them. Oh, no. Yeah, right then. So I got dressed up in an old pinny and head scarf. He had me on the bus. Anyway, he swore at me, silly bastard. I took it all off. Got on the bus. I got them all singing, going along. He said, "You haven't had a drink yet?" I said, "I know, but they're happy." So we'll get to the place. A big restaurant in Scotland. They all had fish and chips. Some of them wrapped them up and put them in their handbag, you know. They do make me laugh. And we lost one. Norman called him. He'd been an ex-skipper, but he was in the pub all the time. I said to my boss, "What we're going to do?" He said, "Ring the police." I said, "Oh, can do, Margaret." His wife was at home crying. I went, "Oh, you'll be all right. He'll be back." So he's like an homing pigeon. He won't mix D Street every morning. Anyhow, found him in the pub, in the toilet, asleep on the floor. You know what he said? "I've lost my bleeding rock." I said, "You lose your bleeding marbles if you don't get up." I said. And then we went to Beeford. And I got dressed up as that Saudi. I borrowed a gun, didn't I? I didn't know, they should have told me. March along with a flag on it. Say, "It's a long way to tip." Well, they love all like that when they've had a little drink. Yeah, it shot a hole in the ceiling. I could have killed somebody, couldn't I, Kate? My boss said, "You stupid bastard." I said, "I didn't know I'm pet." But I laughed. We laughed for weeks over that. Ooh. Some good trips out with them. But you know, what makes me laugh about them when they do Christmas time, when I first started there, everybody got a little miniature to come in. Well, they drank that. No problem. They only ever drank half a pint of malt. Look, there was some brandy and baby chance when he could. I loved them. I really loved them, the old people. It was amazing. No problem. Always happy. No arguing. Margaret, well, I said, I don't know. I'll think of another place. And the bloke at Beeford said, "Aren't the nice people?" I said, "I won't bring rubbish." I said, and there was one bloke really tall. Do you know, I can't remember his real name. He was a prison officer in Hull, and I used to call him Porridge. And I shouted, "Come on, Porridge, I'll have a dance with you." This woman went, "Porridge?" I went, "Yeah." I didn't know his real name, I forgot it. Oh, he was a lovely man. Really nice. Yeah, come on, Porridge. You see, if I give them a nickname, they loved it. I thought they were special, you see. There was a big hefty blonde lad, a fisherman. Ever so good looking, really white blonde hair. I was calling him Lager Legs because he could drink lager like water. I know someone had done it. I never saw Lager Legs, and his wife come in, she said, "Margaret is being knocked down now." There was a nightclub called Henry's. Do you remember it? That was brilliant. I loved it. I used to go. When I left club, I was right in there. And there was a game room where I was owl laughing. There was a Christmas tree up and they done dumplings on it. Like the bleeders. I was helpless. So, oh yeah, so his wife said he's critically ill. He'd been knocked down. Never the same again. He couldn't talk, couldn't walk. Broke my heart, that did. I went to see him. And he just went like that with his fingers. He knew me. Oh, I cried over that. That was terrible, wasn't it? Yeah. I was always at hospitals, you know, visiting people. I should. I'll give him the photo. I should have kept that. One lad he was coming, they called him Stuart. And his back had gone, and his wife said, "Oh, it's in a royal laid flat on his back." I said, "Is he?" I said, "Right, I'm going." She said, "You know, yeah." I said, "Yeah, I am." I borrowed a mask, an apron, and I asked the nurse who had a bedpan, I said, "I'm doing a joke on him. Is it all right?" She said, "Oh, yeah." And they was all stood at the back watching. And it was late. So I said, "Come along, Stuart, it's your bedpan now." And I did the come and he went, "You bastard, what are you doing here?" I said, "I've come to see." Oh, don't make me laugh, Margaret, my back's going. I'm overall kidding. Oh, don't. Get her out. Get her out of here. So, all the memories of that place, oh, I did cry when it shut down. I remember Daily Mail come and asked, "You've been nominated." I said, "What for?" "An Oxnev for working all them years." He said, "No, they want you to stand outside looking real sad." I said, "What? He pull it down round my ears." He said, "Well, just stand there." It's a real good photo actually, but I was real miserable. Thought, what a shame, innit? And you never laugh like that.
Can you?
I'll never forget that chef. He was from Turkey, and I told him about the Quality Street. Put them out for the pensioners at Christmas on the. Anyway, did she tell me what? I'm just going home. She went walking like that. As he was walking, there was Quality Street. It stuffed him in socks. And I said, "You greedy bastard." I said, "What are you doing? Get him off." I said, "We don't want him in his socks now. You're not at the party, get home." And there was a little old man who used to come in. Oh, I did like him. I like little old men. Ron called him. So I said, can I have a sandwich, Margaret? I was doing it for the day. I said, you can, my babe. I got a look. Sean said, in a bleeding restaurant, you know. I said, it's an old man. I said, you are. And I chopped him some tomatoes and cooked. Fucking hell, he said, we're ringing the folks home now, would say. But, so anyway, he died. I was real upset. And the steward said, oh, Margaret, old George has left you something. Me? I said, yeah. I said, what is it? He said, you better come in the cellar. I couldn't even think. It was all the flowers from the funeral. And he knew I like flower. It was what am I going to do with all them? I took some to bring home and I rang Subway taxis up. Oh, they knew me then. And I said, can you come and take them? She said, well, cemetery, there's nobody got flat and put flowers on for them. That's what I did. Yeah, left them to me. Ah, wasn't that nice? They also say he'll come into the funeral, Mark. That bloke at crematorium, I'd go in one door, come out and go back in another. There'd be another one that Janet, and he was saying, hey, you here again? I went, yeah. I said, it's my hobby. And then when the big boss died, Al Woolley, he used to have a brace on. I know I shouldn't laugh. It was only little. And they let go of it one day. All I saw was his chin on the... Don't laugh. I went in the cupboard to laugh. I put my head in the cupboard. Oh, we'd have gone, man. Anyhow, we died. And my granny'd give me this silver urn for the table. And this young understeward that worked there, Kevin, petrified the dark and everything. And I got the ash out the ashtray and prayed and I put Wally's hat on it. And he went, what's that, Margaret? I said, oh, the Wally's ashes have been delivered. It. Oh, you bleeding jerk. He said, the till was there, the other one was rail. It was walking. I did it for a week. And he said, can't work with you, Margaret, you're a nutcase. And then he said, I said, Kevin, what's a lot of freezing, I can't cope. And he went, there's a mobile fire in you. I said, well, get it then. And got it. He got a piece of paper that long to light it. And we had metal trays where it served the beer on, and the waitress, I dropped it when his bleeding glasses flew up. Nearly wet himself, he said, you bastard, he said, I can't. It was like that. All the barmaid said, do something to her. I said, no, I ain't. I'm going to be here.
Can you remember any of the performers? Ruth and the Rudens, Bobby Mandrell.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell us and remember?
Do you know, when I was 50, they said, oh, I had a lot of artists. I had like a show on for my 50th. And I said, we'll get you Elvis in person. I said, oh, have you? It was jet black. I said, Elvis did not. You know what he did? Went to the bar and said, I said, he could have any drinks he wanted. He run a bill up. I said, I'll bleed and kill him if he ever comes back here. £36 he run up. Yeah. And it was honest, but it was good. I said he needs emulsioning or so. No, you can't. Black Elvis, can you? Well, we've had them like, them fellas that strip off. We've had them. And my mate said, the barmaid run out. I said, I'm not moving. I said, they don't bother me. Yeah. He come up, knelt down, got his thing out, wafted it all over my face with cream. I went, it's not my flavour. I embarrassed him more than he embarrassed me. I said, I've had bigger hot dogs. It cleared off then. Yeah, there were some good performers. But in between that, they loved the band. You know that Radio Gaga? The Maradona betrays. There was two old bang them all. They were going round the road. Radio Gaga. Jesus Christ. The full club. But it was nice, wasn't it?
Who was in the bands? Who were the musicians in the bands? Musicians, the singers.
Oh, there was that. My sons played there. Called them God's Medicine. That was good. They're still singing anyway. I can't name it. You see, they'd rather have the band because they played the latest songs out. They loved it. And they had a dance floor. Only about as big as this room. And they all got dancing on it. They loved it. There was a youngish couple who did dirty dancing out there. Did all but screw on the dance floor. I said, you can't do that. Not in here. And you know, at Christmas time, they used to sit on chairs past Dean Street, round the corner, flash of soup, little fold-up chair, waiting to get in. Oh, it was horrendous. There was, 3,000 members, you can imagine. It was always, the Palmers decorated it personally. It was beautiful. Really was beautiful. They decorate massive decorations. And the queued for clubbed in Ottenwell 7, and there was queuing from 6 out in the cold. If it was snowing, they weren't bothered as long as they got in. Nice that, isn't it?
Really nice.
Yeah, and it was good entertainment.
Did it?
All singing and dancing.
Did you have Les Dawson? Les Dawson.
No. Not that I can remember.
La Cagelles. La Cagelles. A drag act.
Can't remember that.
Twaddles. Twaddles.
Oh, there's a photo of me and Twaddles dancing.
Did he perform?
No, he wouldn't. Oh, no. Come in the bar. Then there was only men allowed when our first time. Women couldn't go in the bar. And he come in and I went, Twaddle, he had a pair of shirts on, flowered. Fucking hell, Margaret, is it bingo? I went, yeah, don't swear in here. So he put his leg on the bar. You lot couldn't afford me. To the fellas, you see. I said, I know that. So I put my leg on this bloke showing, oh, I bet that could eat in 2 shredded wheat. It's cheeky bleeder. I laugh every minute. Every minute. And my boss said, when the young man comes to mend the dishwasher, leave him alone, Margaret. I went, I will. Oh, I don't know. He said, just, I know you. So he's bent down and I've got to save near him. So I got my skirt and put it over his head. He couldn't. Oh, he said, didn't come back. He said, I think you he won't come back, will you? What you done to him? I said, I just what leg went like what? And the 2 old men, oh bless them. Are both dead now, Jack and George. Just have bottles of like Guinness at the bottom. So I took my skirt and my knickers and I bent down. I said, "What's Guinness? What it could see all my ass, black frilly knickers." He went, "King on Margaret, you've nearly joked." Yeah. But if it was dead in the lounge, my boss would get in there and entertain them and keep them in. It's all right then. And they said, have you got any crushed ice? I told you today. Certainly have. He drank it. And a lot of it top on.
Talking about Twaddles,
Oh, I loved him.
tell me more about
He
him.
come in one day and I went, sat knitting. Sat with his knitting. His mum and dad had a pub on Oldness Road, but he never bothered about being in there, do you know what I mean? Lived in them flats over there. He used to wear a real big gold bangle, he couldn't get it off. And he used to get really emotional sometimes. Well, they do, don't they? But then he was funny, he was so funny. And when me and him got dressed up as the Snow Queen and him waltzing all over the, you know, slinging me about, we won it. But I liked him as a friend as well. I haven't seen him for years now. Since the club shut down, yeah, he always used to pop in and see me.
Why was he emotional? Why was he emotional?
I don't know. Whether he'd met someone and he went with her, I don't know. He never said. But the things he used to, it was funny. It really was. I loved him. I had another gay friend. He had the flower shop up Essex Road, up St George's Road. He was funny. He lives in the RR's flats over there. And he rang me up, oh, fucking hell, Margaret. I went, what's the matter? I've just gone to the letterbox. There's an envelope with £3,000 in. I went, don't lie. He said, Derek. I rang the police. I said, he got it. Give it to the police. They had it so many, I can give it, but don't know where it come from. I said, I'm telling you now, it's maybe a drug drop or something. And his door was green, he painted it red that day. And he had all scaffolding outside doing it up. He's on the 13th floor. And this kid went walking by. He climbed up the scaffold, trying to rob people's house. And he rang the police. The policeman said, have you had a drink, sir? He said, no, I fucking haven't. I said, it's what? He used to have a caravan out with you, so I will go in for the day then, Margaret. Oh, all right then. Now my day off. Oh, we used to go in Neptune. That was my boss's pub as well, you know. And I've worked there and all, on an odd day. And we'd go and have a meal and that, I'd laugh. I'm going to coming home. It was funny, honestly. And we went out and he did the Elton John lookalike, you know. He went all off her makeup. It really looked like him. And he said, I'm up in St George's Road School, Margaret, are you coming? I went, well, why would I? And he said, no, go on. I said, ask me at work, you know. This woman, bigger than me, about 15 kids in the prom, I think. Michelle, what was it? Michelle, Elaine, Caroline. Come on. I said, no, I'm looking at Elton John. If he's fucking Elton John, I'm Marilyn Monroe. Oh, I had to wet myself. It was worth going. Now get in the tram, punching it. Oh. He used to sing in Gypsyville in the pubs. He would say, come in, Margaret. Why do you want me? Well, you'll get them all going, won't you? I went, no, what? And I fell coming out. there was like a step and an higher step, and I missed the box. And them fucking shoes, they was real fancy diamantes with little, and I said, you dare throw them away. I was late like that. And a beautiful red thing I know, like, ruined it. It was them bastard shoes. I said, shut up. It's only because you can't get them on.
Yeah.
And he used to come, when my brother went to sea, he used to bring fish home, and we'd take it to fish shop. And I had the barmaids here for tea and Alfie. And he would say, thank you, Lord, and he'd say, and takes them home. But I had an argument with him. I bought him a nice jacket. Oh, that'll do for with. Then I bought him a birthday cake from Marks and Spencer. Did you like your birthday cake? No, I gave the kids it. It didn't taste right. So if it didn't taste right, what did you give the kids it for? I said, I've had enough of you saying things like that. And you know, he'd no money to get flowers for the shop now, he was to lend him it. Did I really helped him? So where is he now, I reckon? Without my help. So I give the shop up, we couldn't afford it. Not me. But there you are. The laughs was worth it. If you'd have got him and Swaddles to get, Mounty wouldn't have bothered, he didn't like nobody knowing he was gay, really. I said to him, when did you find out you was gay? He said, when I was a young kid. He said, my dad was real strict. I said, was I? He said, did you tell him? He said, yeah. I said, what did you say? He said, my dad, he said, Dad, I'm gay. He said, you what, you want some cornflakes? He went, no. I said, I'm gay. Fucking get out now. He said, why? Why do that? I don't believe it out like that. I love the gay people, you know me. I do. I do. No matter what you are or who you are, I've had the biggest prostituting club. I liked her. If I like somebody, that's me. I'll take people as I found them. If they're born that way, there's nothing wrong with that, is there? It pisses me off when people. I don't like prejudiced people. I don't, honestly. The only prejudice I didn't like them two black men. They don't come out up my food roll. Oh.
Did other gay people?
Yeah, I said to him, Kate, you ain't got a touch anywhere out with you. Bill went. And when I'd finished, I said, I'm pregnant, Bill, he's just said. And he said, we've had a real lot of trouble getting this small dish. I said, I've told you all along, Bill. Small maid. There you go. The nurse said, oh, it's been entertaining. Bill said, oh, she never stops. That Jerry laughs.
Yeah. Did going back to gay people at the club, did you have other gay people come in the club?
Did I?
In the club, were there other gay people that used to come in?
Holiday people.
Gay people.
Gay.
Gay people.
Dying.
Gay. I need a pen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tell me more.
Well, there was Swaddles. Alfie'd come in to see me.
Ruth in the room.
And I'd saved a lad for it, and he was always on his own, and I went, what's wrong with you, David? He said, no, I'm just depressed. I said, why are you depressed? He said, I think I'm gay and I can't tell my mum. I said, why can't you? He said, the owl school, the one, and he left home. And I saw him the other week when I'd been to a funeral in Raders. And he went, oh, are you, Margaret? I said, are you all right? He said, yeah. Yeah, I don't like people that are prejudiced over colour, anything like that. I don't think you should be. You are what you are. God made you like that. Yeah. I once found one of his earrings.
Bobby Mandrell.
It was beautiful. He'd done a short club. And he said, I can't thank you enough. He said, they was really, really expensive. Do you want a drink? I went, no thanks, you're alright. Yeah. Didn't he live at Bulford? Yeah. His house was subsiding once. My friend lives out back of him. And he was in his garden doing it. With his boyfriend, I reckon. Yeah, he's a nice fella.
Did he perform?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
yeah. But I loved, my favourite was Ruth.
Yeah. Why?
Because she was down to earth. She never put no earth and graces on her. She was what she was and she didn't care. She had a lot of followers.
Ruth in the Rue.
She brought a lot of people in. And she sang some lovely songs. She was a drummer as well. She was good at her job. Yeah, I don't know if she's still alive.
No.
Ain't she?
Maybe. What were the songs?
I should have put my earring in.
What were the songs?
The owl song, like what Brenda Lee had sing and all them. It was like that. That was good. She sang. Every word was lovely what she sang. They didn't want her to get off the stage once she sang. She was that good. I liked her. But you see, you'd get more across there.
Riders.
Thingy pub, what we call it?
Rainers. Vauxhall.
Yeah. My niece worked there, she was a barmaid there. So I used to go in when Simon had it. I don't believe he died, you know me. No, I don't. I think I went back to Thailand in that. I do. With all that going on. But I mean, all the kids went, well, some of them, honest to God. I was full about laughing. The old men with high heels on, varicose veins hanging out, and a frock that didn't fit him, and a bra sticking up. Oh. But there were some that looked really good, dressed nice. I like that. Yeah. Alfie was flamboyant because it was like Elton John. If we went out, we went to York, the next service went, I saw her do it, Ma, that's Elton John. He wasn't allowed to sign Elton John. I said, that way. He went, I know. So I said, can I have your autograph? He went, yeah. And he put Alfie Walsh. He went, no. He said, I just impersonate him. And then if we went out in the car with the thingy down, the cars would go, no, fuck off. I used to laugh all day with him. I loved his company. And I loved Twannell's company. He was brilliant, him. And there was a taxi driver come in. And when he didn't have a fare, he was come upstairs to me. You all right, Margaret? Yeah. What's bothering you? He said, oh, I'll tell you one day. I said, all right then. He was married, but he'd met a fella in a fair. And he said, I said, well, do what your heart tells you to do. Tell your wife. But I said, always make sure your children are all right. I hadn't seen him for a long time. Always pops in to see me. Always. I got a lot of people coming in to see me. If I was upstairs, because I mean, they just had to walk in the door downstairs and I was there, wasn't I? Yeah. I never saw a gay fisherman though.
Really?
Well, they'd have killed him, wouldn't they, aboard the ship? They wouldn't, I don't mean killed him, they'd have ragged him. And he wouldn't have had the strength to fight back with them, I don't think. They were very big fishermen. Not all big, but most of them was. Really big built. Nice fellas. I loved them all, eh?
So why did the fishermen like the drag acts? Why did the fishermen like the drag acts?
I don't know, they liked to see him. But they didn't like to be anybody to know that they went to see him.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I used to love them to come. Especially, that Ruth. Wow, what a beautiful voice she had. But Twaddle's mum had her own pub. And I was saying to Twads, why aren't you working? Don't want to. And he lives just over there. Well, he did. Well, when he sat down in the posh lounge in Dean Street, knitting, I said, what are you doing, Swags? Making a fucking jumper, can't you see? I went, yeah, all right then. Don't be swearing when they come in. No, I won't, but I'm not stopping knitting. I said, all right, do we knitting then?
Did women like them? Did other women like
him? Oh, yeah. All his friends was women. Everywhere I went, I mean, like Alfie, there was more women. He could sing, you know, but not like Elton John. And they used to go see him, follow him wherever he went. And I've got another friend. I've just lent my auntie, I'll have to lend you it, Kate. I called her Lorraine and she worked with me. She had a lovely voice. And she got Park Pub on Beverley Road. And it's a disc of her singing live at the park. Beautiful. When it was my birthday, she used to sing me that song, The Rose. Because my name's Margaret Rose. She used to sing. Wherever I was on my birthday, she'd come in a pub or where and sing it to me.
Nice.
And she died. I found her dead on the bathroom floor.
What did people think?
I tell you what, she said to me, will you come in your black costume, Margaret, in your black and white costume? And rubber gloves on me feet. I said, yeah, right then. Now all these blokes come in and it was all chunky. Her sister and the sister-in-law and two others was sat there. She said, are you having an outing? I said, no. It's our slimming club for the night. That's silly bleeder. Oh, is it? I said, yeah. And you're not in it. I said, put your costume on, Mark, and come out on it. All right. It used to make them laugh all night long. Yeah. But one night, my rubber gloves had got wet, and I put my leg up on the van. I did the splits. Couldn't walk for 2 days.
Why did you like to laugh?
Why did I like to laugh? Because it made me happy.
But for everybody?
Yeah, everybody, yeah. I like to when I was at school, if there was a dress-up thing, I was always in it. Always. I liked... Now, I once went with the Baines. We went to Blue Dolphin. And my husband was my first one. He was a football fanatic. I said, give me that, and give me that top, and get me a ball. And I won it. I come on, bouncing the ball. And I won it there. I don't know. I just like to entertain, I think. That is me. I mean, if anybody's having a party, they always ask me to go. Go, no, oh, go on, Margaret, tell us some things. I'll tell you about, just let me tell you this about O'Royal. I had to be there. I had the black lace knickers on. Mrs. Green, and I'd gone, I thought, what's that? And then my long neck, I'd ripped him. And he had the bit there, all hanging. And I had all them gold bracelets, you've seen them, haven't you, all up my arms. To see if I had gold. Mrs. Green! I couldn't get out, the lock had jammed. Well, they come with a bleeding big wrench to get me out. I held into the back of it to see all my hair. They kept me on the bed and I bet they thought, hey, gold bracelet, look at her knickers. I run out, honest to God. I couldn't get out quick enough. What showing up. Pure bangles made up to death. And my knickers hanging down my legs. Oh. I said to her, what are you buying me them for, big shit? I said, my nerves have gone right through them. Well, I didn't know. Poor Bill.
But to entertain.
So I never forgot that.
You like to entertain. You like to entertain people.
Yeah. Yeah, like they were saying, tell us what's gone on at Club Margaret. And then my niece, she didn't have a boyfriend at the time. I went to Aldi's in Hazel, you know. And I knew he was there. There was a bloke on a ladder, and I knocked him. He went in the trolley. I said, oh, Rhoda, look what I've got you for Christmas. She went, Rip. She shot out. She said, I said to the bloke, I'm ever so sorry, do you want a drink? Or... Bill, get him out this bleeding trolley. Oh, I said, how much you? She went, you oh. She was you do better. And we went over there to get a new computer desk and share for Bill. You can't lift them, can you? It's this big tall kid. He told me a favour, he put them in the car. He said, would you like it in the back? I said, why would you? Rhoda went, I get in the car and walking home. I said, oh, shut up, you. I said, there's a bar of chocolate there, love. It's up to you. You can either have that or you can go in park with me for 10 minutes. She said, I ain't coming out no more. I said, oh, shut up. He laughed, but he went like real red. That's how I am, Kate. That's how I'll always be, I think. I said to Bill last night, if I die, do not put me in a fridge at Old Royal. I don't like the cold. And what if I come alive again? I'm going to get out the fridge. So don't put me in a fridge. I've got a pink frock. It looks like it's up there, never been on. Panels of lace, bright pink. I look like whatever happened to Baby Jane. I said I want it. And I went to the funeral place. And I bought a thing out of Boise's. Only that bit. It won't even fit me. So he said, oh, do you want something in your file, Margaret? I went, yes. I want them on. And by the way, I want a Brazilian before he put it. Oh, he went, Margaret, I can't cope when you come in here. He said, I don't know what you're going to say or do. I said, I know. He said, you met my day, but I can't cope when you outside. I don't know what you're going to do. Well, I think if you can make somebody laugh, be happy, it's a lot in it. That's why I like being behind a bar, because I could do that, couldn't I? Like, I've done all sorts to them, and fishing. A first aid book and a flip-flop on a stick. Starts, and you get the knacker tapper. And I mean it. In my first aid box, whoever wants to come in here, I'll show them. And they brought a little lad, first trip to sea. He shit himself. I said, go in the seat in here. I said, this, and I had a whip, a proper whip. I don't know where I got it from, it was proper bull whip. I said, do you want the whip, the medicine bottle? He said, no, not really. And then I got another lad and I said, it's only you, father. He said, I'll give you 10. What else do you do? I said, I don't. You seen the whip, you see? He said, what else do you do about it? I said, I don't. Must think I performed.
What did people think to gay women?
I don't, nobody ever said.
They
In
didn't,
the club, you mean?
yeah, they didn't care.
They loved that Ruth,
Yeah.
that entertainer, they loved her. No, well, I think it's the really old ones that are a bit prejudiced, but once they heard her, they loved it. It's how you've been brought up, isn't it? I was brought up to love everybody and be nice to everybody. And my granny always said, if you can't be nice, don't do anything. Always be polite and always help people if you can. And I've always done it. I mean, that fisherman's friend, when they don't collapse with clothes, I go every day and take clothes.
Do you think it's a Hazel? Do you think it's a Hazel Road way of being? Hang on. Being nice. Being nice. Do you think it's a Hazel Road way of being?
Hazel Road people are all friendly. The fisherman was the backbone of Hazel Road. They filmed me in Trinity House, you know. Oh, Trinity House, God forgive me, you know what I mean, Trinity Church. Oh, I got my head on that day. I come out with all sorts. I can't remember what I said now. But I think I'll always help them. I'll take stuff to sell. I'll give them stuff to sell. What I don't want, I will always give them. I don't want it to be forgotten. I lived in the streets. Harrow Street, my dad was to turn out at 2 o'clock, it was a bobby. It was to land the ships. My brother was a fisherman. Every other house, they either went on dock or they went to sea. There weren't many that never. And I used to love to hear the sound of the clogs at 1:30 in the morning going down the dock. Every Sunday my dad took us on dock and I used to like to pop the seaweed. And my mum used to pack us sandwiches up, we used to go and sit and watch the water, and I loved it. Can't now. Terrible. And I'll tell you who was good with me, the mission lady. She used to come here, Tracy. She would say, you're a good lass, Margaret. I said, oh no. They say they got me to do that thing. What you'll see about what.
Yeah.
She said, will you do it, Margaret? I went, yeah. Yeah. I don't want them to be forgot. I remember when somebody died in the streets, the shops down there was a list of what anybody'd give for the flowers. Like Mrs. Brown gave 2 and 6, Mr. Green gave 1 and 6, and then all the flowers was displayed. with the labels on in the window. And the day before the funeral, they come and collected them for the funeral. Every shop window had them.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there'd be a woman out one of the terraces go collect. And then it was summed up in like a big page, like how much they got all together. And if there was any money of that was given to the person who lost somebody.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's always like that. And when them ships got lost, oh God. I was at school and the teacher said, right now, we're not doing the lesson now. So I said, oh, why aren't we? So she said, there's been an awful tragedy. She said, it might involve some of you children, so I can't name the ships, but 3 ships was all crying, sent us home, and the atmosphere on Ezel Road could have had a pin drop. Everybody was sad. Nobody was joking. And it's always stuck in my mind there. So, and what upset me when that fisherman, that young lad said come off and he was rolling on the deck, he said his eyes were still blinking. They never had no counselling. 2 days later they was back at sea. Well, I think that's disgusting. They should have had, shouldn't they, Kate? God loves that little lad, he was only 16. First trip. The traps in the wind, it pulled in. Oh.
But I guess
Another lad come in, and the row, as it was setting off, he got his finger, they pulled all his fingers off. All he had left was his thumb. He lives in Gypsyville. I've seen some things there, and listened to them. I could always tell if they'd had a good trip, they'd come in real happy. Rock 'em up, Margaret. Yeah, all right then. I knew what they wanted. Margaret, bit. Then when they went on the spirits, they was real happy. You know, so I used to say to John, what's the bar? And he used to go get a pound of ham, 2 loaves, bit of salad and do some trays of salmon. Kept them in while midnight. My boss used to say, it's 25 quid, Margaret, go get yourself some. Yeah. Well, they was happy, weren't they? They had the jukebox on. They was happy. But there was nobody prejudiced that I know of. Nobody. That I know of. And if there was in the club, I would have told them. I said, if you don't like it, leave. But nobody ever did. They maybe talked among themselves. But if I'd have heard them, I'd have had something to say. She was brilliant, eh? Oh, yeah.
in the club.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. One come in and her skirt was like a pelmet. Could see what she'd had for her breakfast when she sat in the store. I said, if I was you, love, I'd go and put a different skirt on. You're in a bar where there's a lot of men, that's where I've done it. Oh, I said, you really don't do that in here.
So she was a prostitute that was
She was told to leave.
but she was trading.
Yeah. It was, you'd get young lads in massive snooker tables. 2. And then they had darts at yon end, like a little balcony went up. Darts. So then pool tables and the bandits paid for the artists. The money that was put in them. There was never empty. Never. And then some lads come from Australia. Oh, I entertained them. I said, I can play snooker. I can't at all. I was laid right across the table with my leg up in it. Is this the right position? He went up. Yeah. I said, well, I've seen you put one leg on the floor, on there, that's all I'm doing. He went, I know what you do.
You said earlier about Henry's and a
Oh,
gay,
I loved it. I loved it.
and there was a gay room.
I used to go.
Tell me.
When I left club, I said, let's go to Henry's. It was always a Sunday night, the gay room. Actually, my son had the house next near there, and his her uncle had Henry's. So, they had a beautiful Christmas tree up. And I want that drunk. I want what's that? Dumplings. I said, oh, are the best. Are you all right there, love? Yeah. Oh, yeah, fucking fine. And if they got arguing, honest to God, and drink. And I was there when the lad fell from top to bottom of the stairs. Oh, did half go with a bang. But I come out, I don't know what happened to him.
Who were they? Was it fishermen? Performers?
It would maybe go to be inquisitive. The fishermen performers?
No, in here. Who
No.
was in here?
No.
Who were they? Who were the customers?
And Henry, I don't, just ordinary
Just
artists and people. But there was real flamboyant, I loved them. I could sit and listen to them all day, me, you know. And I always said to Alfie, oh, I've got a nice scarf, what I'd go with. I liked it.
Was it popular? Was it popular?
What, Henry's? Never empty. God, everybody went, there was queuing. Jackie White was a boxer. I went out with him. I don't know, about 14. My dad went. He was at a boxing club on Bank there, and my dad caught me talking at him, and I said to him, "Then," and I went. He was a real nice kid. And my father said, "You're not seeing him." I went, "Why?" It's why if he cuts himself, he'd bleed the same as you. I like him. Anyhow, he was to go there, and he ended up bouncing there. It was the bouncer was he was to let me in. Oh my God, yeah. He lived. You know, he come down Rollins Way. That first bungalow, he lived in there. And he come here and he said, "I'm going on the ferry, Margaret. It's your Christmas card." I said, "All right, Jack." And he had 3 strokes on the ferry, and he died. It upset me that. A nice kid was Jack. Yeah. Yeah, there was bouncers on the door, you see. And they protected the gay lads. Made sure that nobody touched them or hurt them. Yeah.
What year was that?
$1976. I went in there. My brother went in there when he was only little. 14 kids in, fishermen. And I bought him some little air fresheners. He didn't know it, to go in his trainers. Because when they wear wellies at sea, the feet get... And he come in, and that. He was never called it, "It's only me." Yeah, now I see. His feet are killing me. I said, "Why?" He done been dancing at Henry's with them air freshener. It's all imprinted. And then my lad, Stephen, is a nice kid. He's 62 and he lived it. He said, Arrow said, "I'm taking him to a royal." I said, "Why? Why?" Well, he thinks what? He's been with a young lass and he thinks, I said, "He's got what?" I had the bleeding bedding out there, deckle everywhere. Blanket, dumped. When he come back, our Harold said, "What's showing up?" So I was it? He said, "He's fucking allergic to comfort." Hide everything out there. Oh. As I tell you, I've been met in there. Yeah, it's allergic to comfort. What's showing up? I know, you know.
Can you remember the fashions? Can you remember the fashions that you wore?
It was those jeans.
You wore?
Oh yeah. I want like this. Jeans and little strappy tops and real high heels with your jeans.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, if you come up my stairs and I showed you all the shoes, you wouldn't believe it. No, you wouldn't. No, really, I'm serious. But I want to show you something. What is so different. It belongs to Bill, not me. Come have a look. Man, it takes me fortnight to go up the stairs.
What about the fashions in the gay room?
What?
The fashions in the gay room.
They wore what they wanted.
Which was?
Frocks, makeup, all done up, earrings on, jewellery.
Everything.
Everything. They look the business. Better than some of the women that was in there. Come on. Okay.
I'm coming.
I have told her these. And I think he was throwing up the stairs in these. I can't now.
Yeah.
Bill's computer room. Won't be able to say 3 at a time now, would I? From all over the world.
What are they?
Some of them are gold pin badges.
For?
We'll just collect some. I started off with one and look at it now.
From everywhere.
Some's from America.
Can I take a photograph?
Look at these, Katie. Eh?
Take a photo?
Yeah.
Bills? They're all bills.
Look at me and do.
What are you wearing? Tell me what your outfit is.
That a long black tight skirt and that like a satin gold top with a black bow.
Is this in the club?
Pardon?
Is this in the club? Is that
Yeah.
D Street?
Yeah.
Handsome.
There's them there.
Yeah.
And I don't go to church, but I like me things that look. And I like the fisherman things that. That's my brother and his son. He hung himself last year, that lad.
This one?
Yeah, he's a twin. His son, one of his sons. So I'm glad he wasn't allowed to see that.
It's terrible.
Took some getting over that, Kate. Because nobody knows why. Oh, there's me and Fat Bill there. Dick my liddy. Now my room, you'll think, okay now. Come on. Everything. Perfume, the lot.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Live, laugh, love. This. Them are my pillows from there. Them are my little pillows to prop me up. Yeah. And Bill made me that little box for me telly. And I was poorly when they come and put that mirror in. There was helpless. I said, oh, don't me. Don't make us laugh. I said, I hope you got it done by tonight because it's a strange night. And I thought your back was bad. I said, it'll get better. And that's the bathroom.
Are you showing me your shoes?
Hmm?
Your shoes?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's the bathroom. There's the stuff everywhere. Clothes, I've got them everywhere. Oh, shoes. They're just my sandals. And then,
I like these.
well, there. Oh, I'll drop that now. Sure. There's boxes of stuff everywhere.
Wow.
Shoes everywhere. Look. There. Oh, I know.
Beautiful.
I won't get a run over there.
Tell us what it is. It's a fluorescent sweatshirt top.
Oh, my frock.
Yeah.
Oh, if I die, you won't believe it, Kurt. This is it.
Wow. Beautiful.
Whatever happened to Baby Jane? Have you seen that film? And this, I wear it Christmas Day. My friend brought me from abroad. That.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Morocco, Turkey.
Yeah. And this coat weighs a ton. I see it. You see the fasteners?
Gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, wait, the other pair. Look.
Gorgeous, yeah. You like clothes?
I like that.
Clothes.
I think so, do you?
Always. Always. Have you always liked clothes?
Hmm?
You've always liked clothes.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I like this coat. You see it?
Yeah.
I love that on.
Did your mum like clothes?
Oh yeah. They're really good, man. Look, they've got labels on.
Your mum and your granny?
I like them, look. I like the stuff like this.
Yeah, nice. Over the top.
I've got 6 wardrobes. They're leather coats. Oh, that I like that, Kate. That looks really elegant on. I'll show you it. You see it?
Yeah, nice. With the beads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's got any on. Made me little performances.
Your mum was elegant, did you say?
Eh?
Your mum was elegant. Your mum.
Oh, yeah. Slim. She come from a big family, my mum. My uncle has that shop on Chance Ave, And it's got butchers everywhere, Dixon Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Right, look. Now, look. Clothes everywhere. A lot of these will be going to Fisherman's Play. Some of them have never been on. Look. If I see them, I'll buy them.
What's this one? Nice shirt.
Eh?
I like this colour. You like
Will it
this?
fit you? Take it.
You like this colour?
Yeah.
No. It's gorgeous colours.
Take it.
No, I don't want. No, I mean it's a nice thing. I saw a woman yesterday in town, and she'd got a black and white cut. She was all black and white. The whole outfit was beautiful, and then the jacket was long with giant dog tooth,
Yes.
and she looked so gorgeous. Very Hazel Road. You like black and white?
Yeah. Yeah, you used to wear leggings with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in half of these, Kate. I don't know. When's your birthday, Kate?
January.
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 Oh, no. Them little angels, look.
November.
Yeah. There's a nice candle for you.
That's a gorgeous one, isn't it? But your jewellery, tell me about the jewellery.
What about it?
Tell me why, what are the jewels for?
This has got my dad's, when my dad died. That was from your races, it was really, I kept that. And then was when we went to Turkey. And that was from Italy. I had 32 up my and I knew if I didn't have one on, I could feel it.
Really?
Yeah. Look at Marilyn Monroe. I love her.
Why?
I just do. I liked the way she looked, and I thought she was lovely. Yes, Stella.
Sexy.
I read it. Read it.
Friendship is like pissing your pants. Everyone can see it, but only you can feel it's warm. Thank you for being the piss in my pants.
Jenny bought me it. There's Marilyn Monroe, there look. And there look. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, nice.
I don't like teddy bears. Bill bought me him. Look. Are you seen it? No. And that's in memory of my brother. Look, that
Yeah, that's a
my
good
friend
one.
made it. She does teddy
Oh
bears.
really?
Yeah.
What does it say? In loving memory of my brother Harold, always in my heart, Margaret.
She put an angel in his ear.
Yeah,
And
and
she put wings on the.
on the back. Gorgeous.
Sits there. Because my brother used to sleep in his bedroom. Oh, Bill said that's you. That's how you.
It's a golden teddy bear with lots of
Blingy, innit?
blingy. It's gorgeous.
Lovely,
He's
innit?
right. He's right.
Different.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got a nice
It's
thing.
me because I like things like that.
You and your brother.
And this all lights up. And that I wanted that up there. And these are my flowers to put where there she threw. I like that picture. And that's real good of her.
Yeah. But you also like Betty Boop.
What?
Betty Boop.
Betty
Is it-
Boop?
Yeah.
Well, I sold them.
The
I
dance.
sold 8.
Really?
Had them all over the house. Bill said they're taking over the breeding. I went, oh, you know. Had them in the garden. A bloke come and bought the lot. Where's your candle?
Here.
Oh,
Sexy women.
you like it?
Yeah. Thank
Them's
you.
your new slippers, look. I always have to have a pair in advance. Well then, I like them, Kate.
The fish.
The porpoises.
Yeah.
In memory of my brother, them. And these, they only one white door, so these had a piece out and I cut it off and put them up. So I don't see the ugly brown doors. And the other week we got a leak, so I said to her, get some Fablon, and I Fablon it again on it.
So you can't see the leak.
Eh?
So you can't see the leak.
No, it's gone. I
Yeah.
got somebody to fix the roof.
Careful.
He says to me, Jerry, coming on the Thursday, all the fishermen are in, but I won't. I don't want them to see me like this, do you know what I mean? Real fat and can't walk properly. Bill does nearly everything. Poor Bill. Sunday ain't like a galloping egg. Uh-huh. Bill? Oh, he ain't back yet. He's a good man, Kate. Too good for me, really.
Why?
Well, he puts up with shit, doesn't he? No matter what I say, I'll have a lot off to men. Like I did them two yesterday. And he just he don't say no. Don't bother, well, he knows what I'm like, doesn't he? Told him about the man with the phone in back kitchen, didn't I? He run up that back. I said, come back, I'm only joking with you. Oh.
When you...
Let me start. I've got loads of these, you know.
They suit you.
I've got about 15 of them. From Benidorm.
When you think of the laughs, what's your favourite time? When you think of the laughs, what's your favourite time?
When I worked at D Street, and I went there was always somebody that I met. I told him about Alan Watson. He said, I'm going away in the morning, Margaret. I went, oh yeah, alright. And he come in on the night and he had roughly white hair. I said, what you got that on for? It was boiling outside. You know, Benny, I said, you look different, Alan. And he said, I fancied a bacon sandwich and I fried a bastard waffle and it set light to me eyebrow. It's no eyebrows, no hair. You see, every day was like that. That made me laugh. And when that man come in and he said, has anybody seen anybody on the bonnet of my car? And he said, they must have been dancing on it. So service feed said, what make is it? And he said, a Ford something. He said, oh, not me. He said, I'm a Morris dancer. That made my day. And like, then I got really, really, really drunk. There was in the lounge, in the bar, I'd take them through to the lounge. They'd go out that door. By the time I come back in, they was back in. They come round in a circle. But they wasn't no bother. He was in the taxi, say, take them home. I knew where they all lived. Yeah. Never got anybody that fell about. They wouldn't allow it in there. And if they thought a person who come in was untoward, like didn't look right, he used to say, I remember, oh, let me see your card then, and off you go. There was never no problem in there. They wouldn't allow it. Because if you send somebody in and they caused trouble, you went and they went and they couldn't come back in. So it was a good thing really, wasn't it? I think so. Oh, I had a laugh in it. They said, you're going to do your first aid tomorrow, Margaret. I went, oh. Have I got that? Yes, you are, and don't perform. I said, I won't. I said, right, Margaret, I want you to do the kiss of life. Come back and give me a look, baby. My lip was like that. I look like Mick Jagger's baby. My lip said, he said, it can only bleed happen to you, Margaret. The bloke was hopeless. It was getting bigger. So I got to go home and look like Mick Jagger's daughter or something.
How much did you get paid?
How much did they pay me?
Yeah.
I was a full-time barmaid. I was on good money. I was only full-time barmaid there. I think there was 13 glad scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, as I say, all these other clubs would send me there on my day off. And then when I was going on holiday, and Sean, he used to play for Hull FC, him, he was a rugby player, gorgeous looking, Sean O'Brien, and he was well known. I thought it was lovely. And I went in the office and had his shirt off and had passed out. I said, I've just had 4 orgasms now, I'm going home. Doing that, no clothes on, so they bleeding. Oh, piss off, Margaret, he said.
A good life. It was a good life.
Oh, yeah. A brilliant life. The bosses was like family. It was family run, and they treat you like family. It was lovely. The man, you, one has come. She had been working 10 minutes. She said, where's the office? I said, be out there. I said, where you going? She don't want to see them. She only asked him for £10 for an iron. She'd only been there half an hour. I said, where's she gone now? And there was talcum powder. She had talcum powder in a sand tube. I said, I'm not having her up here, dressed like that. And she's been dragged through the edge backwards. I'm not having her. I used to say, are they no good, Margaret? No, they're not. They used to ask me if she was any good. All of us that worked upstairs had been there 20 odd years. I was there the longest. Oh, yeah. Because there was good to you. And it was the atmosphere. And the trips, I loved it. And I could have killed them, couldn't I, with that rifle? Oh, I used to love putting flowers in. Oh, really, it was my life. If I was miserable at home, if something was wrong, I didn't feel well, and I got through them doors, there was magic doors. I was a different person. I was Margaret at home, but Margaret Nucleus when I was... It's like performing, isn't it? I just did something daft every day to make them laugh. I loved it. I like the people. Oh, you got the odd one that you think, oh, I don't like him, even though you don't know him. But once you get to know him, they was all right. You know what I mean? And then you got close to people, and they died. That used to upset me. Do you know, I think that bloke thought I was a used prescription at that crematorium. My son works there, you know, in the office. I said, do we get? Oh, well, that's all right. We in Boolew, buy one, get one free. Oh, mother. I said, when you die, mother, say to the vicar, don't dare say dust your rear head up. And we're getting you Mr. Tin cans, you're not having a stone. And you're not having flowers, you're having air freshener rings. Shut up, silly bleeder. They're like me. They're comical. Nice lads. And when we all get together, have a good laugh. But I say to him, don't tell me now about crematorium. I don't want to know. It's not like the thought of it even. Everybody's got to die, haven't they? But I think my life's gone just like that. It's probably working there. Because the time just went. I'd get there in the morning, do the sandwiches for the darts, and the old doorman, he was saying, "Can I have a sandwich, man?" "Oh, yeah." And he was putting it in his pocket to take home. Sean used to say, "You know, I've used a lot of that, I'm up, I know, but you have to make them nice." And you always feeding them all the old men. I thought, what a shame. And when he left me all them flowers, oh, I could have cried. Oh, God love him. I bought him a birthday cake and he started crying. Never had one. It's only Leland from Skeletons. But I thought if I can make his day, I will do. I said, "I'll tell you what, George, if you like, I'll sit on your knee and give you a cuddle." And he looked at me and went, "You can sit next to me." I bet he thought, no. Yeah. I went, "Don't be bleeding cheeky, George. I ain't going to struggle you out like that, you know." But I did enjoy that cake. I said, "Well, I hope you did." And not long after he died, they said, "Who was that birthday cake?" I said, "I'm sure it bleeding one." Everywhere I go.
Yeah, lots
I'm
of
like
people.
this.
Lots of people know you. Lots of people know you when you go to places.
Remember me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no matter what. Like I say, if they're having a party, "Are you going to come, Margaret?" "Oh, I might do." I've always had them laughing and tell us what's gone on in your life and what's happened at club, and I tell them. I used to tell them. There was never a dull day. Never. Always, like, somebody'd come in the summer and they'd all be playing snooker. Look, a pair of shorts on the door. They'd all be whistling the brothers thing. Feeling glad to go and put his jeans back. And one of them said, "Oh, and it hot in here, Margaret." And I opened the big doors. "Oh, that's better." Oh, this kid said, "Give me a bit of water, Margaret." I said, "What? In a pint glass?" He said, "Yeah, with ice." I said, "Yeah. Why?" He said, and he threw it all over me and said, "Now you'll cool off." I said, "Oh, don't you mess about, you bleeders. You get me the bleeding sack, the lot of you." And they said, "We're going out, Margaret, pubbing it round here. Are you coming with us?" I went, "I'll leave at 3:30, yeah." I did. And they draped me over that wall. Next morning I thought, I can't find my shoes. It was in the fridge with the lettuce. And Bill's son was in that computer room, his bed was there. And Bill said I was naked in the bath. And he said to his son, "Don't go in the bathroom, whatever you do." He said, "Why?" He said, "Margaret's laid down for the count." Covered me up. He did that. Had a good laugh. Get Margaret whatever she wants, but make it a double. "Oh no, I can't get." Right, okay. If I'd have ruled the teeth had gone round my back. I said, "Oh, I can't send them, I'll have to go home." The date told me just left me over the wall. Yeah, it was. My boss, he could go up the stairs from the bar or up the stairs from when you come in. It was 2 flights of stairs. And there was a man sat there with black and white shoes on. And he said, "How's he got in?" He went, "How have you got in here?" And never answered him. When he come back, he'd gone. Twice he saw him. You think there's been a lot of stewards there. And there was one steward I worked for, they called him Keith. He was nice. I worked in Amlerby for him once, a couple of times, then he comes to D Street. And he was a really, really nice man. And he stared at him at best and killed him. I've never heard of it, yo. But I was second packing up, he loved it. What are you doing with something different tomorrow, Margaret? Cheeky bleed. What do you think I am, a cafe? And now George Petty, he'd had loads of pubs. He went in hospital with appendicitis and nearly died. All the smoke he'd breathed in. He had elephant and cattle. He had loads of pubs. And he was a submariner. But he could sell some sales, good George. He loved the women then. He did. He used to drop me off home. Don't go to taxi, just get me a tiddly-oggy. He meant a Cornish bastard. Tiddly-oggy, what's one of them, George? Cornish bastard. All right. Make sure me tiddly-oggy's off. I went, I said, if you say that, neither going to know what's happening. Stood in the cubby hole. Oh, then, at Christmas, everybody wanted a drink for midnight. I wanted my time with Bill in the kitchen because he worked in the box doing the bingo. And this little bloke called Ron come up. Oh, I'm a nuisance, Margaret. We just do me a whiskey, a gin and a vodka. It's all right, Ron, it's my time now. You've been all night. I know. Get yourself a drink. I went, well, that's all right then. But if we found an earring around, we'd put it in a glass. Well, every glass was out. Just these like, I went, I tell you what, Ron, you've run the top prize. You've got a bag of crisps and a bag of nuts and a pan. What else could I say? I nearly killed them. My boss said, do you know? I said, well, you better book it in. I give him a bag of nuts, a bag of crisps and a pan. And he's battered. Dropping on his tonsils. Anyway. Oh, what's that? Oh, the new dance, Ron. Getting ready for woo. Pops out.
Did Bill do the bingo? Your Bill did the bingo.
What?
Bill, did you do the bingo?
Yeah, did the Allard and the bingo in the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at it. Went to a funeral the other week and they was doing bingo. Nobody could do it. He did it. So they said, would you come and work here? And he went, no, I'm excited. Said, I'm 87, no. But he don't look his age, does he? Well, I won't let him. I work him to death.
I'm going to ask him.
I natter him to death.
Yeah.
All the time.
Bill, would you come and talk to us about the bingo? Can I record you talking about the bingo?
Did I what?
Can I ask you a question about doing the bingo?
Yeah, what about it?
Will you come in the other room?
Yeah.
He's coming.
Did he tell you about bingo?
He's coming, I think. He was good at bingo. He's coming.
He got his leg on. And I got him out of bed with a magnet.
Well, what do you want?
I wanted to know about calling the bingo. Tell us something
Come and
about...
sit down and talk to kids.
Shall I fetch you a drink?
No, you're all right. A little cold. It's lovely out there.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Get frozen.
Just mind your cup.
Yeah.
Get on here.
Oh, are you moved then?
Bill, I was just showing on my pink frock what I'm getting buried in. I said, I wrote, whatever happened to Baby Jane? I want my lipstick up there, I want to do everything. I want my hair. I've booked my hairdresser, you know, to do my makeup and my hair.
Did she tell you what she's told the Undertaker?
3 shares in my hand, I've paid for that. My coffin's white and it's a garden.
Did she tell you what?
Innit?
She
It
said-
was rude, dear.
She took him
Bought it 12 years ago, didn't we?
She bought a thong
She did tell me.
and said she wants, what is it?
A Brazilian.
Oh, the
That's
farm.
it, yeah.
Oh,
A close shave.
I said I want a Brazilian face.
Can you tell-
He's
You
real good looking.
What she come out with yesterday, she said, when I die, I don't want to be put in a freezer. I said, well, there's only one way you can accomplish that. I said, you haven't got to die, because they put you in there to preserve you. She said, no, they don't. They put you in the chapel of rest.
I don't know what you're saying. Look at me.
Yesterday,
What?
when you said, when you die, you don't want to be put in a freezer.
No, I don't. I don't like the cold. Not only that, I might come alive and I'm going to get out of the freezer.
Well, that way
Like,
you
well,
want.
you don't know.
Well, if you're saying that and you're getting cremated, or if you're alive, you're going to be burnt alive.
Anyway,
I don't
Bill,
want the worms to eat me.
Bill, can you tell me about what you did in the club when you called the bingo? When did you start doing that?
When they asked me to, and I'd never done it in my life before.
I'll say to Mark, if he goes to crematorium, he spots me, doesn't he, Bill? He goes, you're going to be here, right, Margaret? I went, well, I might do. And I might not.
Did you?
He's lovely, Bill. He dresses immaculate. And he walks in front of the, doesn't he, Bill?
Yeah.
I love him, me. He said, every funeral I do, you're there when I know. He said, I'm next.
Right, have you finished?
Yes, well, what was she saying?
Well, I can't get a word in because you're like that.
Oh, go on then.
I'd never done it before. But I'd been in the club and heard how the other bloke did it. And he just said, well, there's the mic, there's the board, off you go. And I was a bit nervous at first, but it just seemed to come natural. The hardest part wasn't calling the bingo, it was actually selling the tickets. Because they'd come in, you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or a multi of whatever they wanted. And you had to reckon it up in your head. And if you made a mistake, you had to put the money in. But luckily, I was good at figures. So it wasn't really a problem for me. I think all the time that I sold the bingo and called the bingo, I only made one mistake that I could remember that I'd ever made, and that was a bloke came up and gave me 20 quid for his tickets, and I give him change for a tenner. And at the end of the night, when I checked all the money in, I was £10 up, and I was thinking, well, if somebody would give me a £20 note, who was it?
Yeah.
And there was only 7 of them that would give me a £20 note, and I've thought back to who I thought it would be, and it was right. I picked the right bloke, and I went back and gave him it. And even he didn't realise I'd shortchanged him. And he just said to me, he said, well, I'll buy you a drink. I said, no. I says, I don't want a drink. I said, I only drink orange anyhow. So I would never, well, I didn't drink anyhow.
So why did you start going to the club?
Because she went.
Did Bill tell you where we met?
No. When?
Mental hospital.
Oh no, you did tell me. You
Yeah, we
did
did.
tell me. You were both in
He
Delapole.
was married to a lass that lived in the street where I was from. I remember him marrying her. And she died. She had a brain hemorrhage and died. And he was in there depressed. I've just gone through a divorce. I was in there. And the sister said, I know you and Bill have become really friendly. You're always together. But it'll be different when you get out there. You know. There was a bloke who wanted me to go to France and look after his daughter. I said, oh no. Another bloke wanted me to be like, look after his house. I thought, yeah, I bet you do. So I said, and he said, you come home, mummy, I'll look after you. And he did. I had my own bedroom, that back bedroom. Tony was still here, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Son. Yeah. And we got married, and the doctors and nurses at our wedding,
Nice.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Life's funny how you meet someone, isn't it? My first husband, that's you might have heard of him. He does paintings in Eric Wedge of the Trolls. Have you heard of him?
No, but
I was married to him. I went, what do you want to paint the doors? Never mind the bleeding paint. You know, he did a real big one, and me sat on the side. I looked real good, real nice job. And my mum shown her all the flowers on the floor, and all the baby's photos were in the bottom. When they come to pick the flower, it collapsed, the frame, the bottom, and all the flowers. Photos went on them flowers. I've never forgot that. Weird that, innit? She was only 48, she had the heart operation, and it killed her. And she had some lovely clothes there.
do you
I
remember?
remember she once come to school, I was really proud. She had a green suit on, bottle green it was. And she had wedges on, real like that, strapped up your leg. And a real nice brown gown. And of course, the teacher in the she said, you've got a very attractive mother, Margaret. I said, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Were
She
you?
always looked good.
Do you remember Margaret always wearing nice clothes?
I've never passed a comment on her clothes. Right? And she says to me every day, do I look alright? And I say, yeah. I don't think she's got a habit now of putting herself down.
Me?
And yeah, you have. And
Well,
whatever she buys or whatever she gets, I pay for it. So if I didn't like it, I'd tell her before I bought it. But she doesn't pick bad stuff, she picks nice things. But the mistake I made when I first got married to her, I said to her, if there's anything you want, all you've got to do is ask. And she's never stopped asking.
I've never shook since.
But I don't begrudge her a penny. I don't, honest.
It's been good.
I've had a better life. Well, I won't say, but I've had a good life with her.
Married to a nutcase.
Well,
I met him.
I aren't a paragon of virtue, Margaret. I'm hard to live with, I know.
I tell you what, when we was laughing, I wasn't as fat as this, and you were like that, Dave didn't have that bag on. And he went to drag me on, but was that fat we rolled off onto the floor. What a bang! I bet they're going to put the bleeding windows in. I said, you silly old kid. Doing all like that.
But that's life.
And when we went abroad, he thought it was time to get his leg away. And he's laid on top of me, and I'm going, oh. He thought I was. I was trying to tell him the cleaner was there with a bucket. I didn't go out. I said, get me an headscarf or something. I am not going out.
Nothing like that phases me.
Well, it did me.
It didn't me.
And when you were in the club, you were when
Margaret.
Margaret was working and you were doing the bingo. What was good about those times?
Well, you got to know the people that come in the club, and after a while, when they come in, you knew what they were. You knew where they was going to sit, what they'd be wearing, what they'd be drinking, how many bingo tickets they'd need, how many raffle tickets they'd need, and they used to walk up and they just used to say the usual, usual. And for all the people that was there, like she could manage the bar, I could manage the bingo because I got to know the customers
Everybody.
there.
And did the bingo happen? Would there be an artist on
Yeah.
on the same time? So how would it work?
Well, the artists come off
Yeah.
and they did the bingo.
And what might those artists be that you remember? What artists can you remember?
Well, the funniest artist I remember coming to the club was I was on doing the doorman's job, and this person came through the door to the box, and she said, "I'm the artist." I says, "Oh yeah, right. You'll have to be upstairs, sir." She said, "Don't sir me, I'm a woman," and she had a cigar in her mouth, a trilby on, and a top coat. And she looked as though she needed a shave. That's why I called him sir. And it was a woman, it was a drag artist.
And
Do
do you remember the
I
name?
don't know.
And do you remember what they performed?
Oh, well, no. 'cause
Singing.
when the bingo was finished, I used to go around just collecting the glasses and that, or doing it. I had my own things to do.
We had some good artists, didn't we?
Oh, there was some good artists. A lad who worked with us, I'm not going to mention his name, they got him up on the stage, and he wear a collar and tie, and this artist got him up. He was a comedian, and while he sat on the chair, he got a pair of scissors and clipped a bit of his tie off, then a bit more off, then a bit more off. But he wasn't watching what he was doing, the lad. But when he realised he'd cut his tie all off, he sat him in a chair. But the chair was a joke chair, it was an electric chair.
So
And it gave him a shock. He
He
vowed,
went on the ceiling, didn't he?
he vowed he'd never go back on the stage again with an artist. But the artist was good.
There was another comical artist on, and he got up with a tin of paint. And Olive, my friend, it took a fortnight to make her laugh. And he went out and he painted at her, didn't he? And she couldn't swear, you know, she tried. Cheeky sovereign bastard. What he's done to me. I said, I'll go to the toilet. Her hair spiked up bright red, and the fit. I said, I bet you live it, are you? I don't think it's a joke. I said, get in the sink and I'll wash your hair. We're washing up liquid, that's all I can do. Did she? Oh, she's a sovereign bastard. Oh, I said, you can't even say it properly, Olive.
So there were singers, comedians.
There was everything.
Drag, strippers. Strippers, you've talked about strippers.
Well, she sat on this. I'm trying to think of his name. No, I can't think of his name. She sat on his knee, thought it was a bloke and it was a woman.
That was in Rainers.
Yeah,
That
said
Ben's party.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. He sat nipping his ass, everything.
and it
Took
was a
his
woman.
mask off and went, Jesus Christ.
It's a woman.
Said, I'm really sorry, love. That place was an uproar, wasn't it?
No.
I was telling her, they used to ask me to go all over, didn't they?
Yeah, well,
Ring me up, will I go here with them, will I go there? I said, oh. I'm getting old now.
Good times, Bill. Good times.
I've had a good life, me. And I miss the club, but the last one who took it over, he took the franchise over when Palmer sold the club. Him and his wife took it over, and well, I left, but I had to take him to court because because he finished us on the spot, right? And I said, you can't do that. He said, get out. And I took him to court. I won my case, and he didn't last long at the club after that, because the club just went down.
Yeah.
It seemed to be that when we left, the club just declined. It went down. A lot of people.
They've done it around, haven't they? D Street ain't the same without Margaret and Bill.
Well,
Well, I couldn't wait anyway because of the way he was.
whereas,
And he didn't even know it was like that. He didn't know me.
well,
Did you?
No.
And still don't know a lot of things, do you?
Well,
Eh?
no. All I know, I come home from. My nose started bleeding at work. That's all I remember. The last thing I remember was my nose bleeding and coming home.
And your ears.
I don't remember no else.
When was this? What year was this?
5 months I was in hospital.
I was.
They come from all over.
Margaret, will you be quiet? I was 62 when I got this brain virus, and the next thing I remember, I'm at a centre. There's a gap.
Of time, yeah.
I just don't know what happened.
So it changed both your
I
lives.
want to tell you something. He doesn't like religion. I do. I don't go. He was in the bed, and opposite there was another man. He was in a cot, so was his man. It's all for a brain thing. And this woman, I got to know his wife. She said, "I'm taking him home today, Margaret, to Grimsby." I said, "Oh, that's good. I'm glad." And he looked up at the empty spit and he started crying. I went, "What's wrong?" He said, "There's a man up there, he's got a real nice face." I said, "Who is it?" He said, "I don't know." But he said, "That man's died." I said, "He hasn't." I said, "He's gone to Grimsby." The nurse come in, said he'd just died when Bill said outside the door. And this nurse was that fascinated with him. She'd been to Lourdes, hadn't she? And she brought this water and put it on him, and he got better after that. Better than what he was. There was, what do they call her, that sort of, yeah? She lived in York, didn't she? She got books with her. She's famous now for it.
She's the director of the brain virus thing.
She was marvellous with him.
Ava Easton.
It's a rare thing, you see, to get. I didn't know me. It made me laugh sometimes because some of the things he used to say and do.
So this changed. It changed both your life. You stopped
He
at the
fixed his
club.
brain, good,
You
yeah.
stopped just the, and then the club eventually closed.
Hmm?
I used to push him all over in a wheelchair. I lost weight then.
No.
I would say, "I'm telling you now, one next street, then you're getting out and I'm getting in." He would say, "All right, Margaret, Paul Booker." I used to make you laugh, didn't I?
Yeah.
Eh?
I worked on the dock, and I worked for a brick firm, and I used to take bread that we hadn't used, what was stale, to throw out, and I used to feed the seagulls. Well, they all used to come down, and I noticed after a while there was one seagull, only had one leg, and it never got a piece of bread and out, and I kept a piece back one day, and when they'd all gone, I went back in the office, got this bread and threw it to it, and that went on. It took me 3 years, and in the end it used to wait for me going to work, and we was in the old harbour master's office. That was our office, and where it was, and it used to peck on the window, and I'd go out, put my hand out with the bread in my hand, and it used to come on my hand and peck it out my hand.
And that can cause encephalitis.
And that's
the
they
droppings off a bed.
They said,
No.
the surgeon said, have you been with a bed? I said, no, I'm married. Because I thought it meant a bed.
Thought it was bleeding David Attenborough, I think.
So he said, no, beds, feathers. I said, yeah, I've got a pet seagull. I said, used to come and eat out my hand every day. And he went, that's it.
And then he come home, Kate, and he said, I'm going to see. See? What about you? You aren't leaving me, you silly git.
I was at club.
What about everything? Mother, he does everything. I mean, I'm talking about, I don't know what payments go out of here. We could have 50,000 in that, I wouldn't know. Honest to God. So, I said, you're not going and leaving me. So he said, well, I'm going now. Oh, I went mad. No, 6 weeks. So I had all big posters made. Barnacle Bill, welcome back. I did a little party in the lounge. I said, bastard, leaving me.
And the day after I'd got home, I got kidney stones. And I had to go to hospital at Kingston General. No, what's the one right at the end of Alderness Road? It's gone now. And in the ambulance, when they was taking me, she made them stop the ambulance because she'd left a chicken in the oven.
Oh, they never forgot. Oh yeah, I said, hey, stop, you have to stop. He said, are you in pain? I went, no, I've left some chicken in the don't know. Hey, you know you got him in a bed? I outlined, I tell her. And I went, I seen that man, Bill, opposite. I heard his actually, his balls was on a trolley. I went, get in that bed, it could be smitten. He went, I can't laugh, Margaret, stop it.
I've never seen out like it. No joke.
Like
Out
football.
that big.
Wow.
He had
I think his other part was trailing on the floor. That's why I say, give him the next bed, it could be smitten that Bill. The nurse. She said, oh, well, you change the water when you come back. I went, I know.
Well, that was when the got us there. They said, oh, we're taking you down to have an x-ray. We're going to inject you with this thing. You know, they injected us with it. The next thing I know, I'm on a life support machine. I'm allergic to iodine. And I didn't know. I knew I'd eaten mussels or shrimp, and I'd been badly for days afterwards, but I never associated it with that like that. But when they did it in that hospital and they found out then I was allergic to iodine. And on
well, I can't hear him, you know.
When I'm in hospital here, years later, this is after I'd had the brain virus, I got, what did I go in with, Mag?
But when? What had I done?
When they injected us with that iodine again.
Passing blood.
Yeah, I was passing blood out the bottom.
Loads of it.
And they found out what it was. And you usually have a red band on you, what you're letting. The machine was broke and they never had one.
So they did it again?
I got down and I said, oh, you're going to get an injection. I says, what's in it? He said, iodine. I said, whoa. I said, I'm allergic to that. And he says, you haven't got a red band.
When you come out?
When did you find out you was allergic to iodine? I says, well over 20 years ago when I was in hospital. I said, and I finished up on a life support machine. He said, medicine's moved on since then.
He come out and I went, there was 3 nurses with him, 2 doctors. He had blisters like that all over his face, his arm, his body. I said, it looks like Elephant Man, what's going on? She said, it's allergic. I said, I know. Well, what are you giving me for then? I said, get out somebody. Anyhow, the gear also, they had bottles up here, bottles up there. Looked terrible, didn't it? I thought, what could have happened to them?
We went to Armours, the solicitors, and the hospital just closed ranks.
But you're still here, Bill.
Yeah.
What
Well,
was
I
your
warned you.
what was your lucky number?
What was my lucky number?
Yeah, I'm just thinking in bingo.
Don't know. Never had a lucky number.
Never what?
I've never had a lucky number.
What
It's like,
day?
I'd say 90, right? Because I've always said I want to live till I'm 90 and be shot by a jealous lover, a jealous husband. Is that right?
I think your head's gone down.
What? How long have I been saying that?
30 years, haven't you? Something wrong with you. Silly bone bleeder. The only time you'll be stiff is when you're in Robinson's. Restrooms, that is.